us. 3, 2, 1. And we are live. Mr. Ian, welcome back
How are you?
to the channel.
Yeah, it's good to be back.
Heck
Hopefully
yeah.
a big win this time.
Listen, man, I'm excited to see what happens. So for all of you guys who are joining us today, we appreciate having you here. It is exciting to have people rocking out with us. And just game time to do this. So what we're doing, at the end of the conclusion of the last season of Happy Crawford Wargaming TTS tournaments, the winner of it was Felix Mathiasen. He is one of our mods on the channel. He actually did a great job. And the prize for winning, or one of the prizes, was a free coaching call. Or a coaching match, not even just a call. So one of the things that I do, one of the services I do for coaching is I'll actually go through full matches with you where we break down every single aspect of every single mass part of the game. So what Ian was gracious enough to do was to allow us to kind of record it. So Ian was gifted this coaching match, and we're going to go ahead and do that live so that all of you guys can join and all of you guys get to enjoy learning and, hey man, really upping your game. So these are the best ways for me to really help improve people, because as we're playing, I actually get to see mistakes that you make and mistakes that I can really help people recover from. Because a lot of times when we do coaching calls, we'll talk about rules, we'll talk about interactions, and a lot of people might run into they might have the knowledge to avoid those scenarios, but they don't have the experience in game to avoid certain situations. But I can't see that when I'm just talking to people. So doing coaching matches is really the best way for me to really help people accelerate their learning. So right now, currently, we are, for those of you who don't know, we are running a teams TTS league, and Ian is one of our captains, and he's doing a rock solid job. He actually just did a great run of pairings, and he's running World Eaters, and he's not the most familiar with World Eaters. He's played them a little bit, but we really want to really turbocharge him, and he had a few questions that he really wanted to work on. So we're going to play this game tonight. I'm excited to have all of you guys hanging out with us. And feel free to pop in, ask your questions, and learn with us as we get through this match. So, Mr. Ian, bro, you want to kind of talk us through the army that you're bringing today? And how about you go ahead and give some of your thoughts about what you're really looking to work on as well?
Yeah, lovely stuff. So I did a GT recently, playing as Orcs, which is another melee focused army. And I got absolutely destroyed first round by a really, really good player who he move blocked me and he absolutely controlled where I could go on the board.
Right.
I couldn't get my units to stage where I wanted. I couldn't do what I wanted to do with my models, all because he used cheap chaff to screen me, and I really struggled to kill that that stuff move blocking me, and then successfully play from there because I'd kill it, he'd wipe me, and I sort of ran out of pieces to trade with.
Yeah.
So that's what I want to work on, is how to deal with move blocking, which I think is, as well, this is probably one of the biggest things because I'm basically an all melee army.
Sure.
And that's what I want to do. So what I've got here today is a list that I stole from Yog or from Adam, and it's 2 liners with 10 Zerkers and 5 Zerkers with a character. So I've got Khan the Betrayer going with the 10-man for this one, and the Massive Executions going with the 5-man.
Okay.
I've got Angon because I think he's really good. Love his orders he gives.
Yep.
I've got Lord Invo to give out some scouts. 2 blobs of 6
Ooh,
exalted.
spicy.
All, yeah, lovely stuff. 38 bound for the order, and then 10 jackals to sticky up my objectives and
Sure.
to do actions, and just to sort of get in the way and helps keep things screened.
Okay, that makes sense to me. So one thing I kind of want to talk about just right off the bat is the way that you have your characters deployed. I think typically you're always going to want the MOE with the 10-man, and you're going to want Karn with the 5-man. However, in this matchup, I agree with putting Karn with the 10-man. And kind of let me kind of break it down. Did you actually understand why already, or?
So the reason I've done it is normally I see the 2 different sides in the squad is how much I want to punch you. So the Mo as a leader doesn't give anything buff to the unit. It just acts as ablative wounds for him, the same way you'd use Snaggers in a beast boss.
Well, he does give a bunch to the unit, right? He gives them fights first, which makes it unassailable in melee by a lot of units. True. So let's be clear about that. He does give them something huge.
Yeah, it makes sense.
All right.
And then I put Calm with the 10-man just to really get for damage. Rerolling hits of 1, wounds of 1, and having a nice big punchy unit that can kind of just go off and do its own thing, as I think what I want here.
Yep.
Looking at your army with 4 bigs and then lots of little ones, I'm thinking having the ability to set something on a flank and just have it cause lots of chaos, lots of havoc, should be really nice for me.
Totally. Makes sense to me. Generally, the way I like to think about Karn is I like him as a guaranteed fighter. Because one of the big problems with armies such as yourself, which is going to be this huge, pressured, massive melee army, is the combat interrupts, or the counteroffensive, right? And because you know that if you charge me with 2 units, I'm going to kill one of them. I just will, because your units aren't exactly tanky. However, Karn is always going to fight because he always fights on death. So I always like to use him as the second charger, because it kind of makes me, as the person, be like, is there any point in me even interrupting? Because he's going to fight anyway. But then I'm still going to fight, because I need to kill you at least, but then you still get to fight. So I really like Karn for that. So typically I like Karn with a 5-man. However, in this particular matchup, and I'm going to show you guys my army in just a moment, I agree with you putting him with the 10, because you really want to be fishing for your sustains and your lethals, because my toughness is crazy high in this army.
Yeah, makes a lot of sense.
All right, so let me break down what we're going against. So guys, this is the Chaos Demons. Now, Chaos Demons get a nice little glow up in the data slate. When I initially looked at them, I don't think I recognized just how good it was. So I'm playing them. They're a blast right now. They're just super, super fun to run with. So I'm running 4 Greater Demons. The first one is I've got the Greater Unclean one, and I have Eroticus. Now, one of the biggest changes that happened is that your Greater Unclean ones, or I'm sorry, your Greater Demons in general, always give off a 6-inch aura of Shadow of Chaos, which really allows for some extremely cool like buff and nerf stacking. So the Greater Unclean one has an enhancement that gives him a 4-up Feel No Pain when he's in the Shadow of Chaos. And now that he exudes a Shadow of Chaos, he's always within the Shadow of Chaos. So he always has a 4 Feel No Pain. Makes him extremely tanky, putting him at T12 with a 4 Pinbone and 4 Feel No Pain. Then his other fat friend is Mr. Rodicus. Now Rodicus is not as tanky as the normal Greater Unclean one. He does have a few more wounds. He does have a 6-up Feel No Pain as long as he's near the Greater Unclean one, because the Greater Unclean one also gives off an aura of 6-up Feel No Pains to Nurgle Demons only. So Rodicus is a big deal, though, is in the fight phase, what Rodicus is going to do is he's going to point at a unit. And the unit that he points at is going to suffer an extra damage from Nurgle Demons. It's absolutely hilarious to watch Nurglings have 2 damage attacks. So it's really, really a powerful buff, and running them together is a really chunky group that is hard to remove and actually does start to slap, especially when you start looking at his sweep attack. So his sweep attack, which is 14 attack, strength 7, AP 1, damage 1, well, when it goes up to damage 2, that is pretty dang nice, right? So that's what they do. He also gives off an aura of having your move characteristic, which is pretty dang cool, because sometimes it'll make it impossible for you to fall back from me, because you can't get out of range. And he also has a half your OC value, which won't really come up in this match. Okay, then we got 4 squads of Nurglings. Now, people say Nurglings are dead. I completely disagree with them. They still give off the aura of -1 to hit. It doesn't affect monsters' vehicles, just to be clear, in combat. But they can still score me things like behind enemy lines. They can still score engage on all fronts. They can still score areas denial. They just can't do actions anymore. But they're going to be critical in this matchup because they're going to be those horrible screening units that you're wanting to learn how to play around. So that's what we're going to use them for. I've got 1 big squad of Plague Bearers. These guys give sticky objectives. 1 Beast of Nurgle. Every time you slap him, if you don't kill him, he heals at the end of the phase. 1 Bloodthirster with the enhancement Argath, the King of Blades, which will give me +2 to my strength and +2 to my attacks as long as I'm within the Aura of Chaos, which he always counts as being within his own Shadow of Chaos. So he'll always be at +2 attacks, +2 strength, which is pretty spicy. Then he's going to have a Demon Prince of Chaos, which is Khorne. The reason why I have the Demon Prince in this army is because he gives off stealth. Now, this won't come into play at all in this game, but in a bunch of other matchups, suddenly Rodicus and the Greater Unclean one are additionally -1 to be hit as well, which makes them unreasonably tanky. That makes sense. Then we got 2 units of Fleshhounds. They're just little action monkeys. And then lastly, we go into the Slaanesh cohort. 1 unit of Daemonettes. They're just action monkeys. But this is my favorite wombo combo of Chaos Demons right now. We have the Keeper's Secrets, who has the enhancement called the Soul Stealer. And we have the Mask. Now, the Keeper's Secrets is always -1 to hit. She's got a 5-up Feel No Pain. She's T10. She's got a 4-up Invuln, 18 wounds. So she is pretty chunky to kill. Then you combine it with the fact that her enhancement, every time she kills a model in melee, on a 3-up, she heals a wound. It's a model, not a unit. So she gets some crazy healing. She also gives off an aura of a Shadow of Chaos for Slaanesh Demons. And whenever you're within that, all Slaanesh Demons are at +1 AP. So suddenly she goes up to AP 3 on her base attacks. Now, the mask ability is she picks a unit that is within 6 inches at the start of the fight phase, and says that unit gets -1 to wound, and all Slaanesh demons become +1 to wound. So when this girl is fully buffed, you're going to run to her. She's going to be -1 to hit, -1 to wound, +1 to wound, hitting on 2s, healing after she kills every model, and all of her damage is flat 3. So just to give you like the rundown of what she does. And that is the Chaos Demon. So guys, I'm excited to see how this goes. We're going to be going in depth all over today. There is a lot of things. Dorian wants to know, could demons be run without Be'lakor? 100%, bro. I'm not taking Be'lakor at all right now. So yeah, 100% we can run them without Be'lakor. So that's what we're going to work on today. Ian's big thing is he wants to learn how to deal with move blocks and screens. So we are running one of the new missions. This is one of the WTC tables. We are running this on the tipping points. And this is Fog of War. So Fog of War, the special rule is that in the first battle round, we can't use any core stratagems, but everything gets the benefit of cover wherever you are, which basically means nothing in this matchup. And then Linchpin, this is a new mission that might be unfamiliar to some of you guys if you're new to Pariah Nexus, but Linchpin, what it means is that you will score 3 victory points for your home field and 3 victory points for everything in No Man's Land. However, if you hold your home field, the No Man's Land objectives will then become worth 5. And actually, it's not just No Man's Land, it's just objectives that are not in your home field. So you're really incentivized to desperately want to hold your home field in this matchup. All right, Ian, do you have any questions, clarifications?
No, honestly, feeling pretty good about it. I've played into demons pre-data a couple times at tournaments as well, so I'm kind of used to how tanky they are, but looking forward to seeing how they are with everything having a aura of chaos now.
Nice. So I'm a little bit, just to give you some stress for you to think about. I have a 3-inch deep strike, which can be really spicy when I 3-inch deep strike this guy, and then I teleport him wholly within 6 inches so he can get a 6-inch charge.
Yep.
Things like that can happen. I can pick up to 2 units up at the end of your turn, assuming I'm in the Shadow Chaos, which, you know, pretty much always in the Shadow Chaos, which is pretty freaking dope. I've got...
with that one,
I'm sorry, say that.
You can pick up 2 big demons with that?
No, it's... let me just read it for you real fast. Realm of Chaos. Yeah, actually, yes. It's 2 Legions Demonica units.
Lovely stuff.
Yeah, so it's a big deal. So I can pick up both Greater Demons to do it. So if I wanted to pick up both of these, I could then spend a 3 CP to bring him in and have him come in within 6 and get a 6-inch, right?
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Because they have to come back next turn. That's the catch, isn't it?
I think they have to come back next turn. Nope. Yes, they do. They have to remove a return at the of my next movement phase. I've got an advance in charge, and that's more or less the only things that actually matter in our matchups. All right, so let us go ahead and decide who's going to be deploying. So I'm just going to go ahead. I'm going to go with tactical, by the way.
I'm also going to go tactical.
Sick. I'm going to roll a die. I have rolled a 1.
I also got a 1.
Well, let's just re-roll that. I go a 5, and you go 3.
I got a 3.
All right, sick. So I'm going to start 1 unit of Nurglings in Deep Strike. I am going to start 1 unit of Fleshhounds in Deep Strike. And I think that should be pretty... I think I'll start... Yeah, that's... Maybe Daemonettes can go in Deep Strike as well, actually. Cool. Are you going to prefer anything in reserve, or are you good to go?
No, I'm going to save them on the board in true World Eater fashion.
All right, my man. Go ahead and drop your first unit.
Lovely stuff.
So while you're dropping, what I want you to think about while you just do your... Oh, shit. We need to bring the things back up. Sorry. There it is. There's the objectives. I want you to think about your lanes, right? Just think about your lanes. And the Greater Unclean one can fit through here.
Yeah, we discussed that before, didn't we?
Yep.
Lovely, lovely. Do you have much shooting I need to be worried about, or is it almost...
No, I mean, I've got some shots. Like, the Greater Unclean one and Rodicus both have flamers. Greater Unclean one also has, like, a kind of... He's got a Plague Flail, which can deal a little bit of damage. It's damage too. That's about it.
Yeah, nothing long range, then. Lovely stuff.
No, absolutely nothing long range for you to really concern about. All right, so you're going to drop some Jackals. While you're doing that, I'm going to go ahead and deploy my first unit. He cannot fit here, which means you are going right here.
Lovely jubbly.
I think we'll put you here, actually. Okay.
I will put some 8-bound.
That's a 6 blob.
Yeah.
And
I'll just double check their scouts.
Yep. And if you guys aren't aware, Tipping Point has a 20-inch deployment difference, which is huge. Melee armies adore that.
Yeah, it's definitely something very nice.
I'm just going to scooch this guy just a little bit so I can have that base fit there, if that's cool with you.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Cheers. All right, so we'll have that Keeper Secrets just hang out right there.
Lovely stuff. We will put. This would be my Rhino with Khan in it. I'll whack it just this.
Yep. I'm going to go ahead and drop some Fleshhounds right here. They move 12, I believe. Yep, they move 12, so I'm just going to have them go to be like, I'm going to be able to get 3 models on it, so we'll just do there. They can hang out right there. Okay.
Lovely stuff. I will put my
MOE?
Rhino. Yep.
MOE. All right.
Yeah, whack him with there.
Heck yeah, baby. I think we go ahead and put this nerd to be here. Big Angry Ron.
Yeah, we'll spin him and make sure he's You don't have any silly turn 1 Fat Rangers, do you?
Nah, I think Roddy gets to hang out over here. I think we'll just have Rod to just hang out. You can hang out here.
Lovely stuff.
Right.
I will put my second blob of 8-bound just here.
I'm going to put my Plague Bearers back here. Right, I wonder where Invocatus is going.
Yeah, within 6 of both of these. Give them the scout.
Alright. We'll put the Demon Prince of Chaos here, I believe. Maybe he'll hang out over here. Yep, he'll hang out there.
And then I will squeeze my 8-bound just in here.
I'll put my Beast of Nurgle right there.
And that is me fully deployed.
All right. I'm going to drop the mask right next to the Keeper Secrets. Well, not right next, but... And let me just check to make sure she doesn't need vision for her ability. I gotta read it. That is within 6 inches. Yep. So she'll just hang out right here. And then I'll go and drop my infiltrators. So you knew this was going to happen. There's nothing you could do to stop it. So we're just going to shut down all of your scouts.
Yep.
I just need to make sure I get this all this measurement right. Now, one thing that is good for you on this battlefield is I can't deny you like an overwhelming force turn 1.
Yeah, it's bound to happen.
Yeah, it's just going to happen. There's nothing I can do to stop it. So we'll just do like this. We'll do this like this. And sorry, guys. Once I get deployed, I can check the chat just a little bit more. I just have to get all this part set up first. These nerds probably hanging out over here. Okay. And then this unit's probably just going to hang out maybe over here. Maybe here. Yeah, we'll put these guys right here for right now. No, I hate that. We'll go over here. Okay,
sounds good to me.
So effectively, what I'm doing here. Fuck it. This is what I want. Effectively, what I'm looking at doing here right now is I'm looking at making sure that you just don't get to scout. You can scout this way if you want. But effectively, but here's the deal. This is your objective, right? And there's more or less nothing I can do about it. So I'm just saying, okay, that's cool. You want to scout that way and go that way? Have at it, my friend. If you want to come over here into my keeper secrets, have at it. Because I'm basically baiting you to try to get this 6-man into the to get this 6-man to go straight for my keeper secrets. Because you're going to be -1 to hit her, you're going to be -1 to wound her, you're going to bounce, even with a 6-man of exalted 8-bound.
Yeah, it makes sense.
So I'm pretty comfortable with you doing that. Then she's going to wipe the squad. So I would recommend you don't do that. So there's a couple different ways of move blocking, right? The first way that we can do it is we can do it kind of where we literally just physically don't let you move. The second way we can do it is we do it in a situation like this, where I'm going to force you to go into positions where I want you to go. So I'm more like, I don't know, corralling you. I'm just being a sheepdog or something, right?
Yeah, it makes sense.
All right, man. So that is the deployment. Let's go ahead and roll our die. Who do you guys think is going to win? Oh, I rolled a 1. Turn 1 to Zverotites. Go ahead and do your scout moves.
Lovely stuff. So what I'm going to do is put some bubbles up on this.
You're going to put bubbles up. How dare you? How dare you, sir?
I know. I'll start drawing lines and leave them up next. So I anticipated this. So I had it so all my stuff can sort of jump into buildings, turn one to be a bit more hidden. All I'm really going to do then in terms of scout moves is just edge these things ever so slightly forward where they can go and put them kind of just in a nice little line. And again, my 8-bound will just move their 6. And they'll just come forward a little bit more as well. And then my Invo will just move as far forward as he can.
Yep.
Can't get past Angron, but just give him a little shuffle.
Fair enough. All right, let's draw some cards, baby, and see what you got.
Let's do it. Do you want to click it over to me for start?
He took it. I see what you did there. All right.
And turn 1, overwhelming and assassination.
Let me do this for everybody. Turn 1.
And I owe you some Yahtzee dice as well.
Overwhelming and assassination. Yeah. Now, we're not going to be weird about it right now, but this is something that you have to do before you draw cards, right?
Yeah, fully agree. Have my mistake.
Yeah, it's no big deal. We're just going to let that go right now. So what I want you to do, because this is what I want everyone to do whenever you play. Let's start this game right now. You're going to you have all of your dice, so you know what your abilities are going to be. What do you have to do to win this game? I want you to identify what your win conditions for this game are.
So what I'm thinking here is take away your ability to score,
Sure.
noting that it's linchpin. So there's a big possibility for point swings and 4 and 5.
Yep.
So in my mind, what I want to do is take away your ability to score, and in the first early turns, I want to do that by picking up these sort of little nurgling squads who are going to just get in my way, send some chaff forward to deal with them, and set myself up into a nice position where if you start to come forward to do your missions, so stand on these objectives and come kill me back, I have a nice like a counter charge for you.
Yep. Okay. Now, how do you lose this game?
By overcommitting to a charge and then getting counter charge and wiped off the board, or by committing into a wrong target and absolutely getting blown off. For example, like you said, if I put 6 8-bound into the Keeper of Secrets, I'm going to have a model potentially with 2 less HP, if I'm lucky, and then 6 less 8-bound to do Born's bidding with.
You got it.
A lot.
It's about you really have to pick your targets in this match, right? And that's why I wanted to run this to you, because it's not necessarily favored to Demons, but it's 100% favored to me if you don't play it correctly. You don't attack until you have all your buffs. You want your lethals, you want your rerolls from Angron, all those things. It's about getting the position. So let us see what you do with turn 1.
Lovely stuff. So what I'm thinking is, Jackals will stick to the objective. They're kind of fine. I don't want to send 8-bound too far forward, so whilst they can all advance, I'm just going to put them against this wall.
Sure.
Start getting some screening off, positioning off, and then staging. And I'll probably do the same with my green 8-bound as well.
Sure. Now, one thing I don't want you to forget about is you see how, like, I am also kind of move blocked here, right? So this guy only moves 7. Now, he does get advance in charge if I want it. So just think about, like, that. Because when he moves, he's going to get to maybe here. And then he would get an advance. So just think about your ranges, where you can stand comfortably. Nothing you can touch here. You can't put anything here comfortably. But just think about the ranges.
Yeah, makes sense. So what I'm thinking with these Nurglings is I can use 8-bound and Lord Invo just to go forward and kind of start clearing of them. I'm quite happy to trade 8-bound and Invo and put some things in to kind of start getting rid of those as an issue for me. At least that's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
think as well.
So more what I would probably be comfortable with, to be honest with you, is I'd be more comfortable sending in, say, like a Rhino to tank shock and shoot a bunch of bolt pistols at him. I probably wouldn't want to just give me a unit of 8-bound for free, because this is where you get all your wound rerolls from, right? This is a valuable unit. Especially when all of my guys are T12. Well, I mean, I got 2 T12s, I got a T11, I got a T10. So I wouldn't necessarily want to throw that squad away. This is a place where I might actually get my nerds out. I might shoot a bunch, move the Rhino in front of it so that I can't charge it with, like, say, a Bloodthirster or one. And if I do, I would charge the Rhino, right?
Makes sense.
Because you get a bunch of bolt pistols. You might not think that you have any shooting, but you've got a little bit, and that'll kill Nurglings. So I would never commit this into the Nurglings. If you did that, I think I'm just going to win the game. Because in all reality, I'm just going to advance and charge my Greater Unclean One. I'll slap you. I'll force you to put your entire army into killing him, and then I'll clean everything up on the swing back. That makes sense.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Nice.
In that case, the 8-bound will advance. They're going to go 5.
Okay.
They will.
Will Walker with the super chat. With his first super chat. Hey, bro. Thanks so much. Appreciate that. He says that if Ian wins, he becomes a mod.
If I become a mod, Johnny, I'm not going to lie to you. Cooper's getting banned as my first and last.
Dude, that's the thing, right? Like, if I make Ian a mod, like, my other mods are instantly getting banned. I don't know.
Nah, not other mods. Only Cooper. This is the way of the world. Angon will tuck in.
Thanks so much, Will. I really appreciate you, buddy. Means a lot.
And Lord Invocatus is going to advance.
Yes, sir.
He will be moving 4. Now, Lord Invo is a unit that I think I'm actually happy to sort of send forward.
Yeah, I mean, Invo is one of the units that you can do that with as well, for sure. Without a doubt.
Yeah.
So he's going to take 2 to pivot. Yep.
Yep.
So you don't bother with it yet.
Yeah, so 16 going to wherever that is take away. 2.
And you had moved Angron first, right?
Yeah, I moved
cool.
Angron.
Cheers.
There you go. So he is now on a nice little 5.
Hmm?
Now this is a question.
Yeah.
I can pivot. I can just spin him.
Totally.
Like this
Yeah, bro. You've already spent your 2. It's
That is lovely.
Dude, it is silly.
Yeah, lovely stuff. And I will jump some guys out over here.
Oh my gosh, a wild wife appeared. Hello, wife.
Hello.
There's a girl in the background. She's real.
Damn. That's the unique selling point against other Warhammer streamers, right?
There's a girl and she's real.
And I will advance the Zerka squad, but I don't think I actually need to go anywhere. I just want to roll it. Because I think I'm going to try and be cheeky. Your Bloodthirster is 12.
Yeah, remember, I have advanced charge as well.
Yeah, so in that case, what I'm going to do is, like you said, just put guys in.
Yeah, just get them within 12 so that you can shoot a little bit, right?
Yeah, see, I completely forgot I was going to shoot, and I rolled in advance like an absolute dweeb. So.
Yeah, so here's the deal. And so everyone who's watching this is something I want everyone to remember. And Ian, I really want you to remember, because I've seen you make this mistake all the time. You say what you're about to do, and then you don't do it.
Yeah, I'm a horrible, horrible person.
Well, maybe not a horrible person, but you definitely make errors, and you throw games. I've seen you throw games because you're not following your plan. Like, you make the correct plan, but you don't follow through with it. So what I want you to do is, whenever you make an action, I just want you to pause for a half second, and I just want you to ask yourself, does this serve my mission?
Makes sense.
Okay. Because your goal this game right now is to get rid of this squad of Nurglings so that you can get a little overwhelming force points, right? You have to get rid of this squad. And you want to make sure that you don't open yourself up to me obliterating you next turn.
Perfect.
Ideally, I mean, in an ideal world, you would just shoot these Nurglings completely to death, and you wouldn't have to charge Invocatus in, because that would give me like a free assassinate and a free overwhelming force, and right? So, ideally.
Yeah, makes sense.
So let's try to make that plan happen.
Let's do it. So the Rhino is going to move 12. So he's going to move 8 to here. Drop him, and then 4 to here. There we go. And he's not going to advance, so he can shoot his guns.
Exactly. So now yeah, exactly. So now you're going to shoot a bunch of guns. You're going to give him a 5-inch charge here, or you're going to give him a 6-inch charge here. Either way is good, because now you've stopped the Bloodthirster from charging these guys, which is really good and nice for you.
Yeah, that's a very nice one. And then this Rhino is going to advance I'm not gonna hop the guys out because I don't want Khan to start killing off my own guys.
I love that mechanism. It's so freaking funny.
Yeah, and he is going 5, so 17. So it's gonna be 15 with the pivot, 'cause I'm gonna have to pivot like this to get through here.
Will's
Is...
saying that he shares the same brain cell as you, Ian. So I'm just
Yeah, it is dangerously dangerous to be honest, because neither of us are big thinkers.
dude, that's one hell of a brain cell. I'm just saying. I love that brain cell. It's a good one.
It's the hardest working brain cell. It was keeping me and Will out of trouble. It is horrible. Right, so off to shooting. I couldn't quite get the Rhino in place, but I like where it is.
Seems reasonable.
I need to check what guns the Rhino has. 2 combi bolters and a havoc bolter.
2 combi bolters and a havoc bolter.
Nice to the 2 combi. These guns will go into this pack of Nurglings from here. This Rhino advanced.
Do you maybe want to? Oh, you advanced them. All right, never mind.
Yeah, because otherwise it was going to get stuck on the train and I'd not be able to get out. And I think getting his Rhino to this position here for sabotage and jumping out and having a flat range, I think is nicer here because I'm kind of comfortable that a Rhino plus a target and a tank truck plus an invo charge probably does it.
So what I would have thought instead, just so you know, is I would have not advanced them and just put them in position just to shoot at these Nurglings, so that you can have just a little bit extra opportunity to actually wipe them in shooting in the tank shock, so that you don't necessarily have to put Invocatus here.
Yeah, it makes sense. I guess it's like the priority system of if I can kill it with guns, that's great, and then tank shocks are even better, and then invos like a last resort, right?
Exactly, right? Because you don't want Invocatus to have to be here. I mean, you will if you need it, but like you don't really want him to be there.
Yeah, because I guess if I kill it with guns and a tank shock, I don't give you anything.
You got it, right?
God, this thinking thing is so difficult.
So feel free to change that maneuver, because what here we're doing is we're trying to learn here. Okay.
Thank you very much. You're too kind to me.
Well, that's what we're here for, right?
This will move 12 and not advance, so it'll go.
Besides, when I teach you that with this well, and I teach you this often, then you'll buy me beer when we're in Belgium. And if anyone else who's watching is going to be in Belgium for the WTC / the War Master, you can buy beer with Ian as well, for me.
Love stuff. So he'll move here, not go as far, and he'll be in range to shoot.
Yep, perfect.
So I would do this Rhino shooting.
Question for you: do you do that Rhino shooting first, or do you do the shooting that I'm obviously going to pull out of range?
Yeah, I do the Zerkers first.
Yeah, there you go.
The Zerkers advanced, right? So
nope,
they're not allowed to shoot.
They didn't advance. You just got them out right here, and then you got them out like right here, and then you just moved them, right?
You are too kind to me.
Because we talked all about that.
Lovely stuff. So the Zerkers will shoot. I'll double check. I think there's 1 plasma pistol in the squad.
Should be.
Yeah, 1 plasma pistol, and then according to Nulaku, there's 2 plasma pistols.
There very well might be.
I'll double check that because I don't.
Josh is talking shit to you. He's saying that killing with guns makes you a pussy. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that on YouTube, but you know, it is what it is.
There's 2 plasma pistols, so I will do 2 plasma pistols and not overcharge. I don't think I need to overcharge on your toughness. Not at all, right?
Yeah, just 4 wounds a base is the only difference.
Yeah, lovely stuff. I'm not going to supercharge it.
Okay.
Asking for trouble. So these 2 hitting on 3s.
Both hit. Wounds on 2s.
Both hit. And wounds on 2s.
Dope. 6 health invulns. 1 guy takes 2 wounds.
Lovely jubbly. And then the 3 bolt pistols from the other squad on 3s. 1. And then on back wounds. AP nothing 1.
Takes a wound. Oh, sorry. Clicked the wrong button. Now what's the next shooting before you just answer? Yes. There you go. Good.
This Rhino, because it can just about see everyone, but not as well as a Rhino can.
Correct. You got it.
Nice. And 24 is not in rapid firing.
Correct, yeah.
So it'll be 4 attacks because he's got 2 combi bolters.
3s and 3s.
Yep. And 3s and 3s.
4 more damage, so you'll kill this one, and this one's alive on 1 wound.
I can't believe it. Every time someone has asked me in a game, does Wardy have any shooting? I just say no and never roll it.
Dude,
and then this is a fast attack, so D6.
Look at that, man. Havoc launcher. Okay, well, there you go.
There we go.
That's a win.
And then 1 win.
So that kills him. 1 base left.
Yeah. And then the other Rhino will do its thing.
You are in rapid fire here.
Yep, so that'll be 4 attacks normal and then 2 more. Because 2 guns and rapid fire. So on 3s.
There.
And on 3s again.
Alright, he's got 2 wounds left.
And then his Havoc Launcher.
Oh, spicy!
Oh my god. Is this it? Is this worthy to being the best shooting army it can be?
This is great. Alright, so I should die. And I do. You did it. So now you're gonna get
I've never seen,
overwhelming, and you don't have to expose yourself to giving me an overwhelming. So that's
I've,
the perfect scenario.
I've never seen someone prove a point so quickly.
But like,
Uh,
do you see that, right? Because like right
no,
now
100%.
you just gained 3 points, and you didn't give me a bunch of points on the
To
swing
be
back.
honest, I'm not sure how you feel about it. I'm kind of thinking maybe the charge from this rhino into these Nurglings is now a thing.
That's 100%
But
a
I,
thing, right? Because then that gums me up here where I cannot get through here. Now, of course, I will make the charge and kill them, but if I do that, I'm then exposing myself to your entire army.
yeah, exactly.
So there you go.
Which is what so I will roll that charge.
Now, I wouldn't re-roll it if you fail it, right?
No,
But
it's like a nice to have, right?
exactly. All right, so you failed it. So, I
Uh,
mean, you're welcome to re-roll if you want. I probably would not.
no, I'm not touching
Yeah.
that. I'll take a win. I'll take the small win.
Yeah, so
So for scoring,
that's going to turn into
oh
a
shit.
good first turn for you now.
Yeah, I'm happy with it.
Now, the question is, do you keep Assassinate or do you get rid of Assassinate?
All your characters
Are big
are
demons?
big guys except the mask,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So what I'm thinking here is if
Yeah,
I
and the
do
Demon Prince.
assassinate, yeah. If I keep assassinate, there's no way you just give me a mask or a demon prince of like chargeable targets.
You got it.
I think I drop it, and because the issue is, I have it then, right? I
Yep,
will drop that for CP,
exactly.
and I will gain, and I'll take it over to yourself.
You got it, man. So that's the correct decision here. I mean, it hurts because I have so many characters, and you know I'm going to use them, but you know I'm going to delay it until turn 3, which is going to mean that you're not scoring any of your secondaries, right?
Yeah, of course.
All right, cool. So at the end of your turn, I am going to go ahead and pick up Rodicus.
Oh, of course.
I'm going to spend one of I will spend my 1 CP. I'll put him in reserve, and I'm going to pick up my... No, I just got to remember if I play burst it in my command phase or just in... Yeah, it's in the end of my command phase, so I can't pick them up. And then I'll pick... I think the Nurglings actually just kind of hang out here. Anyone else I want to pick up right now?
I love the fact that you can pick up 2 big blobs of horrible demon mass, and then drop them down, and then 6-inch drop down. It's very scary.
Oh, it's glorious, right? Yeah, I think I'll pick
Oh,
up that Demon Prince.
sounds good. So you can take, obviously that lets you turn 1 deep strike, but they have to come down as well, don't they?
Yeah,
Lovely jubbly.
correct. All right, and it just depends on what cards I'm going to get. So let's shuffle the cards, and then I will draw a No Prisoners, okay, and a Sabotage. So Sabotage is going to be an action, and No Prisoners is going to be something else. Okay, Sabotage, is that at the end of my command phase or at the end of the game? Or end of your turn? Let me just read that.
End of my turn, I think.
End of your opponent's next turn. Right, because I would really like to just drop him right here, because that was going to be scoring me. Actually, that is not a bad option. Do I think Karn can fail to kill the Demon Prince? I think he probably can. So I think the Demon Prince goes down, and I'll just pop him right here. Now, Angry Ron could also get over here, but I think if you throw Angry Ron all the way over there, I'm happy. Nah, Angry Ron definitely kills him, and that's like super easy to get him there, so I won't go for that plan. Okay, let us play some Warhammer then. We've got a $30 freaking super chat from Will Walker. Holy crap, he just became my best friend. He says, this is the War Master Beer Fund. Sir, I guarantee you it will be put to use. You glorious, glorious SOB. If you guys don't know Will, he's also our resident powerlifter guru. So he's helps share a lot of good powerlifting advice to us because our community likes fitness. Ian and I are actually going to do a jiu-jitsu match at the War Master, which is going to be amazing. I'm going to advance these Nurglings.
Sounds good.
Okay, so they are going to go a big 7.
So it's actually interesting to me that you said you wouldn't put the Demon Prince there because you thought because of the threat of Angron. Because in my mind, I would have never in a million years sent Angron backwards in a World Eaters matchup.
Why not?
With that. I think because in my mind, the value from Angron would be killing one of the other bigs, and sort of taking points off you that way, and going like big demon for big demon, like if you like. Whereas I feel like going for the Demon Prince would have wouldn't have been as good as use of his time in quotes, if that makes sense.
Interesting. All right, I can see that. Well, that's not how I would think about it, right? I would think about just like this. Right? It is. I'm gonna go ahead and move this Beast of Nurgle to be right about here. think he goes, I don't know what his movement is. It's 6. All right, so he advances 1 inch and goes to right there. Blood. Let's go ahead and advance these Nurglings. This 3-man. Okay, so they're going to go 4 plus 5, so that should be 9. Not touching that objective, and actually we'll put you like there, I think. Bloodthirster gets to come over here.
So is there a reason you're choosing not to touch your objective there?
Yeah, because you're going to get Storm Hostile and all these things, right? There's nothing I can do to stop you from taking this objective from me next turn. So
Makes
I'm not
sense.
going to bother touching it. I just accept that I'm not going to score this turn, right?
Yeah, it makes sense.
So just seeing if I can teleport him into position. So I could, but I think that's a bad choice because that World Eater MOE is going to come wreck my face. So hopefully,
Yeah, it's the joy of a 1 CP heroic intervene.
Yeah,
Which
right.
is absolutely ridiculous, right?
Exactly. So we'll just come over here. I'll come over here. We can come on over here. Okay. And then I don't think I need any of this stuff quite yet. So let's go with I move you over here. What does this look like for him? I'm kind
I
of
can also advance
interested.
6 as a stratagem as well.
I'm kind of
Just to let you know.
interested in you going. Yeah. I'm kind of interested in you going for that, to be honest with you. Because you're going to be wounding me on 3s, because you'll be +1, but -1. Or 5s if you do the sweep. 4 invulns. I don't think that's a good trade for you, so I'm going to go ahead and put her in position to accept that. And she will begin to sabotage. And then, as long as you are touching her, then you will be within 6 inches of the mask.
Yeah, it'd be so.
Yep. So you will be within 6 if you touch her. These guys can come this way if they so choose. That would be pretty good, which means I'll have to block that a little bit. So we'll just pull this guy back to be over here, I think.
Oh, good to me.
Yep. And then he'll sabotage there, and the mask can just move backwards just a wee bit. So all I'm doing is watching like your threat ranges, right?
Yeah, you don't want to give me any easy charges, right?
Precisely, sir. And then my greater unclean one probably gets to move here. I think I may advance him. Yeah, let's go ahead and advance the greater unclean one. Okay, so he'll
Big
go.
5. Never seen a fat man move so fast.
So damn fat and so damn good. We'll put you right about here. That should good. That'll be a very 7-inchy charge if I decide to go for it. Actually, I think I want to back him up a little bit because I'm going to need to do this. This is the problem with demons right here is we have to set up all of our turns so gracefully.
I want to chuck a bubble up on Embo for you.
Yeah, it's just 6 is plenty. Thanks. Yep, so that'll be good. So then he gets to come. I'll just move through there. 6. So it's going to be a 7-inch charge for Erotica.
Yeah, lovely stuff.
All right. And I probably don't want to do that. So we'll just touch the greater and clean one there. And Rodicus can come hang out right here. And Demon Prince of Corn can come right here. And I think that is all I need to do for this turn. So this is now sticky. I'm just going to put my sticky objective down. All right, guys. So I'm set up position. I'm sabotaging right here. What was the other thing I needed to do? No prisoners. I just need to kill something. So I will try to kill the something. Maybe I shouldn't have advanced the unclean one. That was probably a little silly decision, but that's all right. And not much shooting. The Demon Prince of Chaos is just going to go ahead and shoot the Corn Berserkers.
Sounds good to me.
That's going to be 3 shots. I'm going to hit you on, I think, 2s, right? 2s seem like a reasonable thing to do. Both. Yep. 2s and 3s. AP1. And 3s. All right. Come on. Go in the box. All right. AP1. I would say one of them would get cover.
Nice 3-up save with cover, so I'll just do him first.
Good.
He makes it.
Makes it.
He makes it. And he makes it. Lovely stuff.
And I believe that is going to be the end of my turn. I don't think I want to go ahead and spend a CP to charge that guy. You know what? Maybe I will. Yeah, we'll advance and charge that. When do I have to declare that? Sorry, I might have played that wrong. But I've already shot, so if I played it wrong, then I won't go back on it. Oh, that's in the charge phase. I get to declare it. Oh yeah,
lovely stuff.
I'll declare the greater and clean one into Mr. Nerd. So that should be a 8-inch charge. Go for it. And that is not happening, which means that is going to be the end of my turn. And we will pass it on to you. I'll go ahead and discard no prisoners for CP. And onto your turn. You will score 3 victory points for holding your home field.
Yep, I won't make the same mistakes last time. I'll roll my Yahtzee dice right now.
Fair play.
Because I'm a horrible, horrible person.
You are a horrible person.
Speaking of Yahtzee dice, what an absolute number. Double 5s for lethal hits and double 3s for sustained. I think that is what I want here. Looking at it, there's no big charges I really need to make because almost that's quite mobile anyway to get to where it needs to go. I don't think I want the extra movement here.
Makes sense.
I think sustained and lethal feels good. And then if I can be really, really cheeky, I can kill a squad of Nurglings and then grab fight on death, right? And be cheeky that way.
Yeah, that would be excellent.
So, what do I need to do to win this game? First things first is draw my second score.
That is a good first step. Let's try that.
Marked for death and secure no man's land.
Marked for death and secure no man's land. Okay, so we're going to go with the Plague Bearers. And then I believe we'll go with the Mask. And then I believe we'll go with the Keeper of Secrets. Let's go with Rodicus and the Mask, actually. Those will be the ones.
Yep, sounds good to me. I'm not entirely sure I can score that. I don't think there's a world in which I can touch the Mask.
6 inches... No, there's no way.
No. But again, Angon moves 14. No advance in charge. It's just not going to happen.
Nope.
So, Plague Bearers also not going to happen, and Rotigus almost certainly not going to happen. So I'll accept I get that as a CP. So, next question for me is what do I need to do this turn?
You get to hold 2 objectives.
Yep, and I think I can hold. What's the great unclean ones? OC? OC5?
All the bigs are OC5.
Lovely job. So I guess the question is Khan jumping out this turn or is he not? And I almost want to say I don't think he's going to. I think leave Khan and Rhino, get him up here.
You got it. That's 100% correct.
So I will pay 2 for the pivot.
Yep.
And I will just drive 10 onto the objective.
You got it, man. So, because the only thing that it would have accomplished had you gotten out there is I would have killed your guys.
Yeah, exactly. Because I can charge and kill this.
I got it.
Think I would love to charge and kill it.
Yeah,
and
but you just won't.
Is what Josh is saying. Is now you've told me it can never die. If I kill it and lose the game, I think that's a moral victory. But it's not gonna happen, right? It's
just so everyone understands how tough this thing is. I charged Helbreck and a lieutenant leading a squad of sword brethren with Oath of the Moment, and dealt like 8 damage to it. And then it fought back and killed 4 sword brethren and healed 4 wounds.
Got that.
Yeah, just so you guys understand what that Keeper of Secrets is now.
So now I'm thinking, do I start trying to kill demons? I have some nice 8-bound here who could go and get into combat with Great Unclean One. And this is the one which is tankier than Rotigus, right?
Yeah, he's got a 4 Feel No Pain.
4 ups, and the money hits back.
And T12.
And Rotigus gets to choose anything in the fight phase he's
Correct.
engaged with, or anything?
Anything in the fight phase with an 18 and visible. I think it's 18.
Okie dokie. So I wonder, do I send Angon and some... Do I send Angon and World Eaters into the Great Unclean One? I think if I do, you come here and you beat Angon, which kind of puts all your stuff in a good position for me to countercharge you, so I'm almost tempted to do it.
I think what I'm going to do movement-wise is Lord Invo is going to move an inch away.
Okay.
He's Nugly. Just so he's not in the way of Angon.
Makes sense to me.
Angon will then move 14, so he'll go 4 to clear the building.
And then I want you to ballerina him, please. Pirouette him as your right. Because it's free.
Of course.
Thank you. Because this is free. You can do this.
Yeah, this is an illegal move. And I will move this just 2 here as far as I can go, giving me a nice 6, I think, charge.
Yep, looks like 6. Yeah, you gotta stop him. It's 6. Yeah.
Sounds good. And then I will do 8 bound can move through my own guys, and they will move 9. I think I'll just build a nice little wall. I need to think about this smartly. So I'm thinking what I'm going to do is go.
The problem is when you move, block yourself, right?
Yeah, so what I'm trying to do is put 8 bound like kind of in this area.
And you want to make sure Angron, you got it.
Over them? Yeah.
You got it. So what we'll do is let's just copy Angron. And this is one of the reasons why TTS is awesome, guys. Because you can just do this. So just leave yourself an Angron-sized hole, right? So what I recommend if you go to tournaments to do this, I recommend you leave, if you're playing with a big model like Angron, take an extra base that is the size of the monster so that you can do this. Like, when you go to War Master and stuff, dude, you should have a empty base that is Angron sized so that you can do literally this.
Yeah, that is very, very genius.
You get all this and more when you join the Discord at Happy Carbon Wargaming.
Although, I think I'm going to struggle to get where I'm going.
Yeah, you might have had to move Invocatus backwards. I'm totally comfortable if you want to do that.
Are you okay? I think if I just tuck him back in this way, I can be kind of cheeky.
No, because you would have had to have moved through. Oh, no, you could have just moved through your own model together. That's true. Yep.
Like this, and then he can go 9, so that's 6.
Nah, that's 2.3 right there.
And then that is... Yeah, this is going to be a roughy, toughy one.
Yeah, so let's just say we take Invocatus and you took him backwards because you knew you weren't going to be able to do this.
Thank you very much.
Yep.
So note to self, also bring an Invocatus size base, make sure this doesn't happen.
Well, it's so important. So whenever you're playing this game, right, and you're playing against your opponent, everything should always be pre-talked about. So then you don't have issues. So, like, we knew what you were trying to accomplish here. If you ended up accidentally move blocking yourself while you're trying to make this work, and we know it's possible, it's no problem to have you take that back, right?
You are one of the best.
But it requires you to speak about what you're actually doing. Like, if you just did that and you didn't tell me what you're doing, I'd tell you to get fucked, right? I mean, not in a coaching match, of course, but, like, in a tournament. I wouldn't. If I knew you, I would use those words. If I didn't know you, I wouldn't use those words, but the spirit would be true.
So what I'm going to do now is actually benefit from my rules. I'm going to bring my 8 bound to this area just here, so they can charge Nurglings if I need to, and also be within 6 to give all my stuff the buffs it wants. So it'll be here. Everything will be within 6.
Everybody loves buffs.
Again, something roughly like this.
And now think about this, right? You wouldn't have reroll 1s to wound. Exactly. Because you would have just murdered them in turn 1 for no reason.
Exactly.
Think about how important that is and how big a deal that is, right?
Yeah. So what I'm kind of thinking is I need to hold 2 objectives.
Yes.
So I hold this middle one, and some really stupid part of my brain is thinking, oh, my master executions can go off and kill some flesh hounds.
That sounds dumb.
100%.
Okay.
100%. Like, I gotta let you know that, because I'm sure many people who play this game probably think the same way I do.
Yeah,
there's
they
so
do.
many bad players in Warhammer.
Right.
And I just want to let you know that I'm definitely thinking about putting this like the other side of the wall and just charging it and taking this objective off you, knowing full well it just loses the unit.
So let's talk about that, actually. Let's just do that for a second. So if you guys were watching this and you were like, hey, let's take these Khorne Berserkers and then I can go pick this unit up. And the answer is like, yeah, of course you'll kill them. That's great. And then my answer is, great, then I'll go pick you up for free. And my 70-point unit that you killed is a lot less important to me than this unit is for you, right? So a lot of people see that opportunity to pounce, but, like, should you pounce? And the answer is almost always no. Don't pounce if you don't have to. Ian is already going to score, right? He's going to score his, he's going to score his objective because he's going to have more OC on it than me. He's going to score this objective, so he's got Secure No Man's Land for 3. And what was your other objective?
It is Beyond 2 and Marked for Death.
Yeah, so you're not getting marked for death, but we already know that, right? But he's already scored his secondaries for the turn, and he set himself up to deny me primary. That is a big deal. So he's done. He's done his turn. It's now all it is basically to roll the damage, right?
Yeah, I love stuff. So I guess shooting, I just pop the Rhino and Zerkers into these Nurglings again.
You got it.
And I will do it the smart way. The Zerkers will shoot first. And I'll do 2 plasma pistols, so
I might even
hits.
consider getting those guys back into the Rhino, to be honest with you. There's no need, because I can always pick this guy up, drop him, somewhere and do messes. Do you know what I mean?
So, yeah, the reason I almost don't want to put him back into the Rhino is I like the fact that I've got a fights first unit with heroic kind of on the board.
Cool.
So if you try and tag these 8-bound, I can tag you.
Fair play. Fair play.
But like that's kind of like what I'm thinking. I'm not saying it's like the best idea.
I think it's a totally rational and reasonable idea. So as long as you have that idea and that's why you're having them, totally cool.
Yeah, lovely stuff. And then the 3 bolt pistols. Ooh, hit.
Oh man, we got Mass Brofect in the chat. Holy crap. Greetings from St. Luke City, my favorite coach and favorite captain on the same stream. Mass Brofect, you're with us in heart and spirit right now. I hope you are having a blast in Salt Lake City. Toss one back for us, brother. Thanks so much for the super chat, man. That means the world too. It makes the channel go around. This stuff only happens because of like fans and you guys really supporting it. It means everything. Sorry for interrupting, Ian.
No stress at all. Something well worth interrupting for. We loved you.
Oh, so what'd you do? You shot me, right?
Yep, so need to have 2 saves.
2 saves. Boop. All right, 2 damage. Beep, beep.
Nice, and then the Rhino will shoot.
And then the Rhino?
Which will do its
8 shots.
4. Yep, +4 again.
Pew!
And hitting on 3s, wounding you on 3s. There we go.
Kills 1.
And then the blast weapon goes for 1. And it hits. And it wounds.
1 takes a win.
I can't believe it. I always doubted the world eater shooting, and here I am looking like a mug.
Luckily, at you, nerd.
Luckily, nothing else has it. This Rhino can't be in a position to shoot anything. It can't shoot anything here. There's no point of it doing it. So, charge phase. I'm going to pick my Angon clone up.
Yep.
And I will charge Angon in first. At start the charge phase, I'll choose reroll hits.
Yep.
So
Definitely.
Angon will go in for 6.
The 9 will
and
do.
he gets in 9. So we'll put him in the conveniently placed Angon size hole. And then I will charge the Exalted 8-bound in. For I think.
There's a hole there, guys. It's just a little because of graphics. It's fine. 3 inches.
Good. Lovely stuff.
3 inches.
And I get it.
So now, here's a problem that you might have, right? Now, what you have to understand is that you're probably going to end up... Well, it's not a problem. It's totally fine. You're going to have to charge these Nurglings with your 8-bound, right? And you're going to have to activate them first, allowing me to interrupt.
So,
because if you don't, these guys are going to have to pile into these guys.
So, the way I'm thinking of it...
Which is fine. It's really not an issue, because, like, is my Greater Unclean One going to kill Angron? The answer is no, right?
So I was almost thinking I kind of just charge them and just don't activate first here. And I choose the first fight being Angon. Because even though all these 8-bound will probably struggle to get in, I still put myself with the bad charge in range for the order. Where I can tag both these things, right?
Ian, he's talking shit to you for using his government name on stream, just so you know.
Oh, I can't believe it. I've exposed him.
You dirty girl. Yeah, no, that's fine. I mean, that's totally reasonable. I'm just thinking about from like piling stakes, right?
Oh, 100%. But it's like I'm kind of thinking because I rolled a really low charge. I wonder if I pile these in, how many actually get in?
1, 2, 3 at least.
Yeah, and then these guys will have to shuffle to the left anyway, for more than likely for coherency.
Yeah.
Because as long as it means I'm still in the 8-bound order, I think I charge Nurglings anyway with the 8-bound, right?
I think you charge it with just these exactly. So you charge these with the normal 8-bound. So you're fine. And you just do that first. You know I'm not going to interrupt because I'm not going to kill Angron. So I would probably get a game on that. Like, I mean, if this was the only thing I could do to possibly win, then yeah, I might interrupt, but I'm not going to, right?
Yeah, I love you stuff.
It's just predicting what your opponent's going to do.
Oh, 100. And then I'll do the Rhino into Nurgling as well. Not because I need the damage, but because I want to just clog it up. So I got an 8, so I'm going to turn that into a 6 plus pivot.
Yep.
And go here, and then spin to like here.
Cool.
So then, again, like you said, I'm just clogging up this board with a big empty Rhino, and it's going to be very annoying for you.
So I am going to Heroic Intervene now.
Makes sense.
All right, so I'm going to spend that CP. I rolled a 6. So think I'm gonna. Oh yeah, because I can land right there, and I'm within.
Yeah, you're definitely in.
So we did it.
Lovely jubbly. So then, activation-wise,
That was
I
very close because
believe-
I almost did not.
I think activation then, we just go Angon first.
Let's do it, baby. Let's get dirty with it.
Nice. I think as well, I'm gonna be strength 16 into your T12.
Mhm.
I'm gonna pay a CP here for +1 to wound on Angon.
Yep. I think I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
go
hit
ahead
you.
and make myself +1 damage against Angron.
Sounds good. So I will be 9 attacks because I charged you.
Mhm.
And I will be hitting on
2s.
2s, rerolling everything with a sustained lethal, which I'll put up here.
Yes, sir. And then you're gonna wound.
And then it will be wound me on 3 goes to 2s.
Reroll those ones.
Rerolling wounds of 1. And I'll pop this one back in.
All right. So that was pretty good. And luckily, thanks to the new fast rules, I don't have to worry about rerolling anything unless I. So I'm gonna live, I think. I'm gonna spend a CP to reroll one of these.
Sounds good.
Come on, go in the box. Nope. All right. Let's go and roll your damage.
And then D6 +2. Again, same for me. I can just
So
massively
it's
roll
plus
these.
8, right? So 15 plus 8
yeah.
is how much?
Oh my god.
23.
23. So I'm thinking, do I reroll the 1?
Oh, yeah, you feel free. Sorry, it was it's 23 and one of them was 1.
Yep, I'll go reroll the 1.
2. So
And put
24.
in 2. Lovely stuff. I'll give you this dice.
I don't want your filthy dice.
I've spiked it.
Oh, I did a horrible roll. So I take 17, and I got 3 left.
Lovely jubbly.
Okay.
And now I activate into the Exalted, so he goes, I think. Yeah, I'm only going to get one of these guys in.
Correct.
The actual base to base. So I will go here, and then here to tag me, here to tag him.
Now stop. Press escape. Because I warned you about this, right?
You have to go this way. But
yeah,
now
he has to pile in closer to them. So you can't move this guy.
Oh, so I can't move this guy.
Nope.
I thought it was.
You would literally be moving yourself out of coherency or against the rules of piling, so you cannot move him.
You do it like that. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So then this guy has to go. He might as well tag this
Correct.
then, and this guy might as well base. Yeah, nice.
Mhm.
I misunderstood what you were saying. I thought you meant I couldn't bring the entire squad alive.
Oh no, you remember pylons? You always must end closer to the closest enemy model.
Yeah, I thought it was the same as charge, where you can do the whole dirty coherency trick and be horrible.
Can't be it. Be a dirty boy.
I owe some people an apology.
Oh,
I have
jeez.
definitely done that in games and told them. It's okay.
Oh gosh. Well, I'm glad we've
no.
cleared that up. All right. So I'm gonna punish you so you learn this, okay? Because I thought you understood that, but let's actually punish this so that you don't forget.
100%. So this will be hitting on freeze, rerolling everything.
Mhm.
I'm not. No, not hitting on freeze.
You're hitting on force.
Yeah,
Once again, like
hitting on force.
it's working out for you. God damn it, Ian! You're so good at Warhammer. Just roll 6s.
Lethals.
Go and roll your damage.
And then I think it's gonna be because
you're winning at 3. It's usually like strength 15.
Nice.
Reroll those ones.
Oh my god.
3 of them.
You're right. There we go.
You're so damn good at Warhammer.
It's all about die.
All right.
2 damage
On
points.
average, I die. All right. So now, but when you look at math, right, I would 100% be alive right now. Because I only passed like 6 of the 24 Fiona Paints. Right, so you understand how I'm talking about you in this particular matchup, you really need to be stacking everything, right?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Cool. So I don't explode, and he is out of there.
I am an absolute pain, and the other 2 will go into the Nurglings, so they have
Yeah,
to.
they're
So
dead.
this is
It's
the
all right.
champion
It's cool.
and you are a gem.
All right, and then your Rhino gets to punch my Bloodthirster.
Does it still get to fight? Because it charged the Nurglings, it still has fight first all the time.
Mm-hmm. I didn't.
Loved it.
So you charge, so you get the fight first bonus, or you get the charge bonus, which is fights first. My Bloodthirster charged, but he didn't charge in my charge phase, so he does not get said bonus.
Absolutely perfect. And these all hit.
Wound on
within
5s, I would
yeah.
assume, right? Yeah, you're within 6,
Yeah.
so you get to reroll this.
Oh, nice. But
2
2
is...
AP nothing, 1 damage.
Yeah, rogue. They're going rogue. Did you
There you
unhand my dice, dear sir? No damage. All right.
Nice.
And then I will just kind of take this as my rotation for free. Actually, I can't do that because I can't move my wing through there, so we'll just do that as my rotation.
I thought you could move your wings through there now.
No. You can't move your wings through a solid wall still. All right, so I've got 9 attacks. I'll hit you on 2s, and I'll wound you on 2s. All right. Come on. This is my mini Angron. It's me 7 at AP4. I think that should just go straight through. He is AP4, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, he's AP4.
do I blow up?
No.
Nope.
Okay.
Nice.
So there we have it.
Scoring wise.
So you can see how this maneuver right here, when I looked for this heroic, I didn't do it because I really need to kill the rhino. I did it because now I'm going to score primary.
Yeah, and unmove blocks you as well a bit, doesn't it?
Exactly. It gets me a little bit extra close, so now I can run up in here and kill them, right?
Lovely, jubbly.
You got it.
So scoring, it'll be 5 for secure, and mark for death becomes a CP.
You got it.
Pass it over to yourself.
You're 4. Now, did you take the 2 CP away that you used last turn? Thank you.
There we go.
All right, so I'm gonna get 3 from my home field, and I'm gonna get 5 because I hold one in that's not my home field, and I hold my home field. So that'll get me an 8 on primary this turn. I did score 3 on sabotage. Discard that.
Yeah, I couldn't stop that happening.
No, you couldn't. I got assassinate and area denial. Now, area denial becomes exceptionally challenging right now, like all the way challenging. And assassinate becomes pretty easy if I do say so myself. So let's go ahead and take the Keeper's Secrets. And she'll come to be here.
Sounds good.
And then we'll take the mask. I think we'll probably just advance the mask because she's not charging anyway. All right.
Absolute beauty.
She'll go to right here, so I can make Mr. Angry Run -1 to wound. Roddy gets to come right here, and he'll just do free pivots. He's going to show you his butt. Look at him. Look at him showing you his butt. Look at him. In all of his disgusting glory. My Bloodthirster, I believe, probably comes to kill your MOE. But I'm not sold on that. That's an interesting decision. Maybe I actually just come kill these things instead. And let all this live. That would make sense to me. Well, regardless, he's going to go 3 inches here. And then he'll go 5 inches there, so that's... Sure, we'll go here, so that's 7 inches. I think I'm cool with the MOE living this turn. Although I do really need to kill a character this turn. Yeah, okay, I think we'll go kill them. Okay.
Sounds good.
Oh, and I got this whole squad right here too, don't I? Maybe actually they just come kill the... Probably just, yeah, something like that. Okay, Beast of Nurgle. Let's go ahead and advance some Nurglings at least.
So whilst you do your advance, I've got a question.
Ask it.
I saw in the latest change to the data slate, when you move through the walls and objects, you only use your base, and all the sticky out things don't count for your movement phase. You just can't end the movement.
No. That was through something like this, right? That was, if you look at the picture, this is literally the picture they used right here.
Yeah, perfect.
So that's fine. But that doesn't mean that you can do this for rotation. It just means that I can move like here if I need to. I don't know. Maybe I need to take another look at it because I might be confusing myself, but I don't think so. Let's go ahead and put these nerds here. Then we'll put these nerds like here. All right. So I'm just providing my -1 to hit aura everywhere. My Daemon Prince of Chaos can come over here. These nerds can just come here. Oh, actually, you know what? Maybe they might come up here and charge them, actually.
I knew I should have charged him last turn. Then
Yeah.
they couldn't move. Johnny's exposed me again.
So you understand? Do you understand what I'm doing? My plan is with these guys.
Yeah, you're stopping me from going there, and you're having some more stuff to come in and beat me, I imagine.
Well, I'm just gonna ruin your pylons, right? Because you do have your lethal and your sustained and everything, and you're gonna actually, you know what? I don't want to do that. That's dumb because you'll just slaughter them because it's fight first. That's a bad plan. So we'll just leave them back here. Then Keeper Secrets, Mask. I think that's everything. Oh geez, get a little spike there. And let's just go on into the Shoosting Phase. Streams of Brackish Filth. Let's shoot all my streams of Brackish Filth at your Exalted 8-bound, I think.
Sounds good to me.
Okay. 2d6 shots. 3 shots, gotta love it. I think that's just gonna be 2 wounds right there. Should be AP2. Damage 1.
On a 5-up, I'll roll your dice.
Just
make
take
one,
one
fail
wound.
one. And then on a 6-up, feel no pain, which I do not make.
Dope.
And I'll
Suffer.
this guy.
Cool. Then I'll go with my Demon Prince of Chaos. He will just shoot your 8-round here.
Sounds good to me.
3 shots. 2 hits. No wounds. My Keeper Secrets will shoot into Lord Avocado.
Sounds good.
Maybe actually not. Let's shoot the Exalted 8-bound. Yeah. Yeah, I think so. No, let's not shoot them. Let's shoot the... Yeah, screw it. I actually don't have anything else to shoot with. So I'll just shoot Angron.
Sounds good.
She'll go hazardous on this one. So it's going to be 9 shots. Strength 6, AP2, and it will be devastating. Let's do this! Take 1 devastating wound.
Sounds good. Boop.
Let me see if
Takes
I
it.
take damage. I do not. Okay, then I think that's gonna be all my shooting. So it's I guess this guy has a flamethrower. He'll breathe at your Angron. Why not?
Sounds good.
Be D6 shots, wounds and 6s. 4 shots. Hello. No wounds. All right, let's do some charges. So I'm gonna go ahead and charge Eroticus into your Exalted 8-bound.
Are you gonna multi-charge it, or can you?
I'm only charging them.
Ah, I see.
Yes.
Because I can't heroic you.
Correct, because you're blocked here, right? So, and I can't go base to base because that would bring me within engagement of you.
Yeah, and that is the charge shenanigans we know and love.
Exactly. So now what I'm also going to do is my Keeper Secrets is going to charge them. So I'm going to have Rodicus probably kill my Exalted 8-bound, and then I'm going to have my Keeper Secrets touch Angron. But you were not going to be able to interrupt into me, right?
Yeah, because you're piling in first.
You got it, bro. So that is the whole thing.
Dog.
I am a dirty, dirty girl, right? So actually,
horrible, man.
He'll come to be right here. So that this guy will have to pile into Rodicus if he wants in. Actually, no, it doesn't work that way. Oh, well, I don't care. We'll just touch like that. Beep. I'm not rolling it just because it's a 2-inch charge. I will go ahead and charge the Bloodthirster into the... Let's go and charge the Demon Prince of Chaos into both these quads. We'll take the 7. Okay. And then I will charge the Thirster into the Zerkers. Made up 7. Okay.
So I have got a question for you now.
Ask your question, lovely sir.
I'm on 2 CP. I can threaten you with interrupt. I don't think I've got any interrupts that are worth scaring you with, because my Exalted is so spread far apart that it's going to end up like touching a few little things.
You got it.
Great. My 8-bound, I don't think activate and then kill a demon prince, so that's going to be a waste of 2 CP. So in my head, I am thinking these exalted 8-bound charging heroic in your bloodthirster is absolutely free, because you cannot punch my exalted 8-bound because you need to kill a character, and I'm not sure you 100% kill Angron. Maybe you do. I don't know the math on it. And then this is kind of free because you can't punch me back because you want to kill this squad.
Yep.
The only downside is it's 2 CP for -1 damage in the fight phase, which would be very nice on Angon, but I'm not sure if it's a deciding factor and it keeps him alive or not.
Good question.
That's my thought process.
It's a great thought process. But you're correct. There is no good interrupt here. Right? There is no good interrupt.
This is the thing, because I don't. Is she a flat 3 damage?
She's a flat 3 damage.
Ooh, so putting that down to flat 2 so it would be lovely. How many attacks does she get? My yellow sky was flying up. Can't quite see it.
She only has 10 attacks total. She'll be. I'll be +1 to win against Angron, and Angron will be -1 to wound me. So I'll be winning on force. So the likelihood that she kills him on her own is pretty low.
Okie dokie. In that case, because Argus can't punch Angron, right?
Yeah, he's got lethal hits, and he's got a 14 attacks that can be damage 2, or he's got a 7 attacks that can be damage 4.
Because he can pile in. Ooh. Oh, Johnny, you've given me a predicament.
I did it, right?
So I want to say, in the stupidest way, I think the heroic intervene is it.
Yeah, I agree.
Because, okay, fantastic. So my reasoning is, Angron will probably die anyway. At least now, I get an extra turn of combat into your bloodthirster.
Yep.
Fantastic. I will pay the CP and I will chuck 2 dice.
Fair play.
And I get 8, which is absolutely divine in numbers.
And the rest just stand like right here or here?
Yeah, we'll just do something like...
And so why did I charge the World Eaters instead of these guys? Because I knew you were going to heroic as long as you were smart about it, right? Which you were. Well done. It's because it was free on the World Eater Master of Executions, right? So it's like... Because that's the enhancement you gave him, isn't it? The free heroic?
No, he has no enhancements.
Oh, okay. Well, whatever. All right, fair play. I'd rather him not get an extra attack with his stupid dev stuff.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Okay, so everything is done. Let us go ahead and start fighting. I'm going to go ahead.
Fight first.
You will fight first with your World Eater's Master of Execution. You are -1 to hit me.
Yeah, -1 to hit you, rerolling all hits because you're a character, and rerolling all wounds because you're a character, but not getting anything extra because I am not, what you calling it? So hitting you on 3s, so these both reroll.
Those are lethal and sustained. Yep, you got it. Good.
Yep. And then strength 7, I think, is going to be wounding you on 5s and 6s.
Oof.
And reroll.
Just freaking roll well, bro. What are you doing?
Wait, the dice game is so easy. These are...
2 damage each.
Yeah, sorry.
All right, so he'll take 6 there. He'll take 8 damage. Wow.
Man. The trick of dice games is be aware of your opponent, but just be really good at rolling dice.
Just Warhammer's easy, guys.
Just roll dice, and then these will be hitting you on 4s with the chain blade. Nothing, only 1, and then on 6s, nothing. And then on the singular eviscerator in the squad, on 4s, 1 hit, 5s and 6s, AP2, 2 damage.
Just roll 6s, nerd. All right, cool. That kind of blew. Let's go ahead and do our sweep attack, and we'll just put them all into the World Eater Master of Executions squad.
Sounds good.
So it's going to be 16 attacks, because I am at +2 attacks. 2s and 2s. All right, that's going to be AP2 damage 2.
AP2 damage 2 means I'll be saving these on 5s.
They're dead.
Yep, they're all gonzo.
Alright, that will get me my Assassinate. I'll go and put that bad boy in. Assassinate's still 5, right? Yeah, still 5.
Yes.
Okay, then my ability might be at the end of the fight phase. I always forget. Relentless Carnage. Yeah, it's at the end of the fight phase. Okay. So let's go ahead and slap with Mr. Roddy.
Sounds good to me.
And he will put all of his attacks into... Or, you know, I don't want him to pile in. Maybe he'll just kind of hang out here. Yeah. Oh, I do want to touch the objective, because you're going to be half OC on Angryron, which put you at OC 3 on him. I don't even need to bother with it. Let's start with the Demon Prince of Chaos. We'll put all of his attacks into the normal 8-bound.
Into the normal mode?
He's got 6 attacks.
Just a heads up. When Angon brackets, he doesn't half OC. Oh, you think it is something else? Oh, your ability, like,
Yeah. And then I'll wound you on 3s here. Ugh, awful. Just 2. AP 2, damage 3.
AP 2, damage 3 on 5s.
Kills 2.
Indeed it does. There we go.
All right. Then we'll go with let's go with, this is kind of a tricky. Angron does kill Roddy, so Roddy is just gonna put your Exalted 8-bound.
Sounds good to me.
And I think he's probably better off with his sweep attack. Nah, we'll do the Narwhal. We'll do the 7 attacks.
And his +1 damage is on Angon, right? Or is it on the 8-bound?
We're gonna put that on the 8-bound because that's where he's gonna go.
Sounds good.
Those are lethal, wounding on 3s. All right, those are AP. I think it's just 2. Damage 4.
AP 2 damage 4.
3 damage 4. So 5 ups basically.
5 ups.
All right, 4 damage
Nice.
each. Just roll
and we will just go.
You can't do it in 4s, so you just roll 4 3 times.
Sounds good to me.
Kills a nerd.
Kills a nerd.
No damage at all.
No, 2 damage because they.
Oh, they only have a 6 up, right. Still really nice.
Nice. So.
And then one more.
And then.
Kill the nerd.
Second go.
So this one and someone else.
There we go.
Okay. And then I suppose that means we're not gonna touch Angron at all. That's not how I saw that going in my head, but it is what it is. So we'll go with Keeper Secrets into the Exalted 8-bound. Okay. So she is going to be 6 attacks. Hits you all on 2s. Okay. And she'll wound you on 3s. That's going to be 2 saves. AP 3, damage 3. 3 damage.
And then on the Philippine.
Kills 1.
Kills a nerd.
And she's got 4 more attacks. Hitting on 2s. That was another 2 1s. Okay, she rolled 5 1s over 10 attacks. That's going to be 1 more save. AP 3, damage 3. Kills another one. Well, you get 5 Fiona Pain, sorry.
Yeah.
Alright, kills another one.
No, that's dead. There we go.
Okay, and then you get to punch next.
Nice. Would you like to pile in and touch Angler?
I'm going to go with no.
Understandable. I will activate these 8-bound into your Demon Prince first of all. It will be 3 attacks on. I think these are in the -1s. So 3 attacks.
Yeah, everyone's
3
at
scores.
Reroll.
And rerolling hit. Nice.
It's so easy. Just
okay. And then rerolling of 1. Nope. And then boop. There we go.
Thank you. I'll take 4 damage.
Nice. And then from the leader attacks, the boop. Boop. Sustained lethal. Nice.
Alright, there we go. I'll take my good roll too, sir. I can do it sometimes.
And then, has everything of yours fought?
Everything that I have has fought this turn, sir.
Nice. So my Exalted 8-bound champion will pile in, and he will use his Lacerators. So, on 3s, re-rolling. Oh my god, it just keeps happening.
Good.
Strength 9, so I think going to be 5s and 6s. And then that becomes a reroll. Boop. Boop.
Takes 3.
Yes.
Okay.
Wow. The dice are in my favor.
That is not how I saw that going, but it is a-okay. Let's go ahead and see the Bloodthirster die.
So I think I pay a CP here for +1 to wound, right?
I think you have to because you're at -1 to hit, and you're not re-rolling anything.
Yeah. Yeah, so we just kind of pump it and believe.
Totally.
I don't think I'm in range for wounds either. I am not, right?
Yeah. That's 6 inches.
Is it now buffed because you're now below half your stuff?
It is, so it's full wound rolls.
Oh my god. It turns out the melee guys have really good buffs.
Right, so you see how important it is that you didn't just kill them turn 1, right?
Yeah, this is very eye-opening for the game.
Exactly, and remember, you charged.
I did charge.
You charged.
Lovely jubbly. So hit you on 3 as goes to 4s. And then this many sustained lethals. And then
2s.
14 into 2s.
Reroll that one. Or reroll, yeah, everything. And then these are 4s, and I die. That is a casual 12 more time damage, yep. And I do blow up, that's nice at least. I think it's just D3. The deadly demise is D6, actually. Right, so we'll start with your Exalted. They'll take 6. Kills
they will
1.
take 5, and it
and
will
1 takes 2.
kill 1 and a bit. I'm just going to make sure I don't accidentally put it onto a important character. There we go.
Fair. Then my Nurglings. You will take 6.
He exploded as violently as possible.
He did. All right. So I think that puts you in a great position, man.
I think it does.
But
I think
none
the
of this would
funniest-
have been possible had you just sent that 3-man forward. So you see the power of staging, right?
Yeah, 100%. It's one of my biggest issues when I was learning orcs, and I think you said it on one of the previous teaching streams, is
Yeah.
I play orcs like an orc player, where I put all my pieces in the
got
middle
it.
of the board, and it is what it is. I think I play World Eaters like a World Eaters player as well, which is absolutely horrendous for winning games.
But I think you just experienced an extremely good turn, right? So now because of the way that you set yourself up, I think you should understand like just how much better things could be, right?
Yeah.
So go
I
ahead
just
and
want to
roll.
point out as well
Yeah.
that Josh said, "Man, Ian rolled a 1 into a 1. He's so unlucky."
All
As the absolute icing on the cake. So now start of my turn. I owe you a Yahtzee roll on my dice.
Yes, sir. Let's see that Yahtzee roll.
Ah.
Roll.
No double 5s for or any triple for lethal hits. I think I just do the exact same thing again.
Yeah, absolutely.
I go into lethals and into sustain.
Because you kill me this turn, right? That's the goal. Because if you kill me this turn,
Yeah,
you win the turn. It doesn't matter if you're behind a primary.
Okie doke. So I've got a question for you now. You told me the Keeper of Secrets never dies, and I fully believe you.
Oh no, she can die. She's just
Do you
hard to
think
kill her.
Angon plus Khan plus Lord Invoganade does it, or am I better off one tapping Rotigus and believing?
So here's the way I like to think about it, right? All that could kill her, but she could also survive it. So why not just leave me with one model?
Makes a lot of sense to me.
Do you know what I mean? Like you don't have to kill her, just literally kill everything else, and then I lose the game. So that's what I would go with personally.
Honestly, I think you're 100% correct. I just thought I'd ask.
Yep.
Lovely job. So secondaries.
Secondaries.
I shouldn't have that there because that's what I did last turn.
It is.
And
Containment and defend.
Containment.
Containment is awesome. That's the one where you just have to be wholly within 9 inches of the 2 different board edges. That's not your deployment zone. So we'll just pop that up. Oh, show containment. There you go. And deployment zone. Oh yeah. So you disembark Karn. This guy gets to hang out here.
Yep.
And then probably these exalted come up here to do it.
Do you?
Because it's worth 6
Yeah,
if you do it with 2 units, right?
Yeah. Oh, 100%. Yeah. So I was thinking it was worth a lot less than that.
No, it's worth 3 for each unit that does it.
Oh, 100%
Yeah.
then. I'm guessing. I feel like if I send Khan into your secrets, it's kind of sending him to his death. But at this point in the game, do I just kind of accept the fact that my dice are rolling really hot?
Well, you have a huge advantage, right? So it's like you go to kill her. Now the question is if you don't kill her and then I get to interrupt and fight next, then I'll heal up.
Yeah.
So what I would do personally is I would just charge both, so that if you can clean up if I'm still injured, right?
Okie doke. I am 100% with you. So
Yeah.
these when I move 6, and now just move 6 forward. Just to be outside of an inch of you, and then.
Yep.
What I will do is I will be smart, and I will leave an Invocatus sized hole.
I love it. Brilliant.
I know what I'm putting on the printer tonight, and it is going to be. And he'll pay 2 for his pivot so he fits. Like this.
Yep.
And my Rhino will go here, and it will do the
You
action.
got it.
And then these will move to the other side.
Oh, and before we do anything else, let's roll some battle shocks to these 2 squads.
Sounds good.
And you are wholly within my Shadow of Chaos, at least on this one squad. So the green is going to be at -1.
so they pass on 7s and they fail.
So the green is battle shocked.
And the singular 8-bound is a 6.
And you're not within my
Also,
shadow on that one. No.
He's a path. Lovely jubbly. And nothing else owes you one, right?
Yep.
Sounds good. So then, charge phase. So shooting, containment, and containment.
Anything else that we need to talk about? Just thinking real fast. Oh yeah, your primary, you scored 8 because you had this one and this one. You do not have the middle because you're half OC on Angron.
Sounds good to me. So, 8.
Good.
And then I guess I just put volume of attack into the keeper, so I'm almost tempted. I've only got 1 CP, so I can't grenade you. But everything shoots at it.
Yeah, I mean, of course you're gonna shoot, definitely.
Nice. Invocato has got a bolt pistol. It hits. It wounds, no AP, 1 damage into your keeper.
Okay, I'll take a wound.
Nice. And then the Zerka squad. I'll quickly check my yellow squad.
You should have, I think, 3 plasmas in that squad.
Yeah, it's 3 plasmas and then
Karn's plasma.
7 bolt pistols.
Yeah.
Yeah. So these Zerkas will go first. And I think I overcharged the plasmas here as well.
Yeah, I think you just do all the damage you can right now.
Yeah, 100%. And it will be these plasmas hitting on 3s. No hits.
Oh, hey, Dorian, thanks for the heads up. Yeah, Dorian's right. You actually take D3 mortal wounds because you failed within my Shadow Chaos.
Oh, lovely stuff.
Go ahead and finish this roll.
Okay, nice. So these don't hit, and then I owe you 7. Nothing. And then I owe you 3 gets hots from the plasma guys.
Gets hots? Nothing.
They are fine. And then D3 mortals.
Yep. On the green squad.
Yep. Oh, am I? Is it? I roll it or you roll it?
Yeah, you can roll it. That's fine.
Oh, nice.
Just take 1. 6 of Fountain
And then
take a wound, nerd.
Nice. And then Karn's plasma pistol.
Karn's plasma pistol.
Which I think is the hits on 2s, wounds you on 5s and 6s. It doesn't.
Well, hits on 3s, right?
On that one. Hits on 2s.
3s, because you're always -1 to hit me.
Makes a lot of sense.
Yep.
And then into the charge phase, I will charge Angon into both your Lottie and sister.
That is what I would do.
Nice. And then I'll just put him, like, I think just here, right?
Makes sense.
And then I will charge Invocatus in next. Do you mind if I just don't roll him, just slide him into?
Yeah, it's 2 inches. Like,
and then I will roll Con Squad because it matters.
6 inches.
And they get 6. And we will just go in a big line.
In a big old line, baby.
Nice. So then, start of the fight phase.
So I am gonna let's start the fight phase. Yeah, active player, you choose start of the fight phase abilities first, because I've got like Rodicus to do stuff, Mass to do stuff. So you can tell me to do mine first, or you can do yours first.
Well, I was just gonna pop stratagems and go into combat. So your abilities come first.
Okay, so Rodicus will be +1 damage against Angry Ron. And the mask is going to go ahead and make the Corn Berserkers -1 to wound me.
Nice. So what I will do is I will activate... like we said, Zerkers first.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I pay the +1 to wound on these. I think I do it on Angon, because you've masked these Zerkers, so I get more value from doing it on Angon.
Yeah, you're just going to fish for lethals at this point, right?
Yeah, exactly. So it will be 8 Zerka Chain Blades, so 8 times 4 goes to 5, which is, oh my god, I think 40 attack.
I think that's 40 attacks, yes sir.
You are so good at math. These now hit on 4s into you.
Yes sir, -1.
Hit on 4s, rerolling 1s because of Khan. And these are sustained
I think you're going to re-roll everything, right? Because you're next to Angron.
Makes sense. I deleted 9 2s and 14 3s. So it'll be these dice go in.
Jesus. Okay.
Okay.
These go away, and then this was a 6, so.
Yeah. What I'll do if I just delete these, I just do it like this. There we go. And then
6s.
shove 5 to 6. Yeah, 6s. AP1, 1 damage.
Okay, takes 5.
Nice. And then from the eviscerators will be 8 attacks. And then boop, hitting on 4s, rerolling everything, and strength 8, so 5s and 6s.
So 6s. T10.
6s. There we go.
Save both.
Nice, and then the betrayer himself.
The betrayer himself
goes to 9 attacks. Hitting on 2s goes to 3.
Dorian, yeah, we know. We fixed it. Thanks, bud.
Sustain lethals, and then 5s and 6s goes to just 6s, and then boop. These are cons attack.
Save 2 of them, and that's 3 damage each, right?
Yep.
Take 6.
Lovely jubbly.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Nice. And then it's the question of, would you like to interrupt?
I 100% want to. And then I'm just going to punch her into the berserkers.
Sounds good to me.
And then 2s. All right, so that's going to be 3 at AP3. I should have spent my. That's it. So 3 at AP3, so 6s for you. Okay, so that'll kill 2 or 3 damage each. So it kills 2.
Yeah.
And then because 2s are missing because I'm bracketed now, and just 1 more. AP3. All right.
And then you heal 3 wounds, right? Nice. And then now you can't interrupt me. I just chucked Lord Imbo in there, right? Lovely jubbly. And this will be 7 attacks going to 8. Hitting you on 2s goes to 3s, re-rolling. And strength 6 goes to 7, so then 5s and 6s to 6s, so nothing. And then his extra attack is hitting on 3s, sustained lethal. Strength 6, so I think that's going to be 5s and 6s.
But it's lance, right? So 4s.
Nice. But then -1 to wound, right?
Nope, not on this squad.
Nice.
Only on the Corn squad. Same bet.
Down. And then Angry Ron will go into you again.
Mm-hmm.
I pay a CP here for +1 to wound.
Mm-hmm.
And do you think, because you're 4 up, I do the strike, or do you think I do the sweep?
I would so at this point, you're only strength 8, so you're with me on 5s. I'd probably go strike.
Yeah. So even if I play the +1 to wound.
Yeah, I mean yeah, because you have reroll hit rolls, so you can just like fish for lethals and sustain right now. So I'd go strike personally.
Strike, so 9 attacks, yep.
No, 8 attacks. You didn't charge. Oh, you did charge. I'm an idiot.
Hang on, yep.
Yeah, I'm stupid.
So this is strength 16, so 3s to 2s.
Strength 17.
3. 17. Ooh.
You charged.
And then reroll everything, right?
Yeah, I would probably fish. Yeah. So the 2 miss and 2 explosions.
Nice.
And then wounded
and then
on
strength 17. And then rerolling of 1s because I'm within the 6.
There we go. See, like that's enough, right? All right, and go ahead and roll your damage, sir.
There you go.
10 plus 16 plus 8. It's only a casual 24, right? All right, and she will 100% die. There we go. And then I will select the next combat, and I'll go with the Demon Prince of Chaos. He will punch. We'll go with four attacks into the Exalteds and 2 into the 8-bound.
Sounds good to me.
4 into the Exalteds, 2s, and 3s, 2 of them.
Nice, and then on 5.
Yep. Okay, and then 2 into the normal 8-bound. This one, and nothing.
Nice. And then I guess I fight back with the Exalted first. Right?
You fight back with the Exalted. Doesn't matter.
I feel it's still almost like I feel awful.
Why?
Pure dice. True, and they're in your -1.
Listen, the dice only exist because we made the correct decisions, right? So, for example, if you didn't have this guy, you wouldn't have rerolled any of the ones, which would have probably taken at least 15 of the damage that you've dealt to me away.
Yeah, makes sense.
So it's like you made the correct decisions so the dice can be there. When you make the wrong decisions, the dice can't be there.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. All right, so he'll take 2. Or that was the normal 8-bound? Or was it?
Yes.
Exalted?
No, this is the Exalted.
Takes
Yeah,
2?
but it's only 2 damage on the Chain Fist. Yeah.
Right.
And then leader attacks.
Reroll.
Hits on
No,
4s.
reroll.
Oh my god, you are very correct. Nice, and then winning you on this, and then these come in.
All right.
God, we need
This is
times
Rodius, bro. This is what happens. He does blow. I think it's just D3. Yeah, D3. So for the green boys, you suffer 2. Just gonna roll Fiona Pains.
Nice.
Roll your
Take
Fiona
2.
Pains.
Yep. There we go.
Okay, 1 dies. And then for the normal 8 bound, he'll take 3. Alright, so he dies.
And he. Nice.
For Angron, he will take 2.
There we go.
Rodicus will suffer 3. 1, 2, and 3. My beast, I don't care because he'll heal at the end anyway. The Nurglings will suffer 1. And I think that's all. Okay.
It turns out the real skill in Warhammer is think about making bad decisions, get corrected by a national player, and then just roll really well, and it's okay.
I think you did it. I think you did that pretty well, man. I'm proud of you. All right, so Rodicus will go, and I'll just pile him in, so he can touch the set objective. And then
I don't suppose you can coach me at at War Masters and stand by my table
sadly,
and tell me all
they
these
will not allow me to do that. No, sir. All right.
That is heartbreaking.
Zenarl Rod will proceed to punch. 2s. All right, those are lethal, and then 5s. All right. On your influence, damage 4 each. Take 8.
Lovely jubbly. There you go.
Okay. And that will be your turn.
Sounds not a bad turn at all.
I'd call that a pretty solid turn, man.
Containment for 6, right?
Mm-hmm.
And defense stronghold I don't get yet. I have to wait.
Yep. I will spend my 1 CP to pick a nerd squad up. I'll pick these nerds up. And since I control the one in the middle and this one over here, I might pick that squad up as well. I kind of doubt it. They're probably okay where they are, actually. The beast is within the shadow. Yeah, maybe the beast can be picked up. He's not helping me. We'll pick him up as well. Okay. So then I'll go and draw my cards. Marked for death and storm the hostile list of objectives.
You picked up some plague bearers and beasts, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think I just declare Jackals, Rhino, and Lord Inver.
Makes sense to me.
I think these are hard things for you to kill.
I would say that's probably pretty hard for me to kill those things. Okay, so I will do some deep strike shenanigans. Because there's not much else to do. Everything is actually within my Shadow Chaos over here, which is cool. So my Demonettes can come...
You control 2 objectives, so it's the
yeah, so
Land.
Exactly, Snowman's Land is my shadow.
See, I'm telling you now, I should have charged those Fleshhounds early in the game.
That gets me a 9 from there. I just gotta be outside of 6 of these guys. Can give me an 8.
The thing that baffles me though is when we were discussing matchups when we were starting, is I had no idea the game could go this well for me. Obviously, you know, like dice
sure.
depending, but like the decisions that have like you picked up have made such a big difference.
It's wild, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%.
But and I think if I'm not mistaken, you understand it, right?
Yeah, no, it makes a lot of sense because I'm keeping valuable like reels alive to enable the dice to be good, rather than just trading them away to gain nothing and then lose position on the board as well.
You can't complain. I mean, you can, but you're a fool if you're complaining about dice when you don't put yourself in a position to take advantage of good dice.
Yeah, exactly.
So they're gonna go there, and they're gonna go for that 6-inch charge. My puppies can probably come here and go for this 6-inch charge. It's just to deny you primary, because you did go first, so I do have the ability to help deny primary at least. So I think that's so right now, right? So now I know I'm not killing you. So I have to figure out how do I beat you, and the only way I can possibly beat you is off of points. And this is one of the reasons why I really love teams, because it teaches you to think like this, right? And we'll have this dog here, and he'll flamethrower you. Oh no, he actually won't. That'd be stupid. Okay.
Yeah, because I'll get a blood surge move.
Yeah, and then you just go right on into Zamask, and Zamask will just come on over here. And this nerds will just come like this. I think that's all good there. So let's go on into the shooting phase. Rodicus will go ahead and shoot everything into Mr. Angeron.
Sounds good to me.
So I have a Brackish Filth. 2d6 shots. That's going to be a good 7. That's going to be 1 dev wound and 1 save at AP2.
Sounds good. On a 4.
So take 1 damage.
He makes it. Sounds good to me.
And that is that. Oh, I'm just going to move these nerds off the objective, actually. Sorry about that. No point in them staying on it. And let's go ahead and roll some charges. So I'm going to charge these Daemonettes into your Jackals. A 6-inch. They'll take it with an 8, and they're actually +1 to charge with their icons. So they'll go 9.
Lovely jubbly.
I'm just gonna... We're just going to make sure we say it completely out of 6 inches of these nerds, because I don't need that to happen. So for me, perhaps the mistake was actually charging the Bloodthirster over here. He probably should have charged over here, right?
Yeah,
so,
I think that makes sense.
So I mean, dice were what dice was, but the decision was probably wrong on my end. I probably should not have put him up here. This was just to guarantee that this squad of 8-bound died and these guys died, was probably much more the correct decision.
Yeah, I think the big spike into 8 wounds into your Bloodthirster didn't help. It kind of
no, of course it doesn't help, but it's like, the thing is, I could have made a better decision so that that spike never would have happened, because you wouldn't have fought me that turn.
Yeah, it makes sense.
All right, so we go there, and then these hounds will just go into your Rhino.
Sounds good.
With the big 11.
Now you're rolling the big dice.
You got it, baby. So we'll just deny you some primary. And what I'm going to do is I'm not going to, because are you OC2 or, yeah, you're only OC2. Well, then what we'll do is I don't want this guy to touch, so we'll just do it like that. And let's put you backwards and rotate so that we do it like that.
So what is the thought process for not wanting that guy to touch? Is that so you deny me, but no, you're not on it for anything like overwhelming?
You got it. Well, you've already drawn overwhelming, but now for storm, right? So if you draw storm, you can't score this on me because I'm not going to kill you right now. But you're also not going to score this for primary.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, so a lot of it is there's a lot behind just straight up just denying your opponent primary, right? Which is what I have to do. I have to deny you points now.
See, if that was me, I would have put all my stuff on the objective, and I would be sat thinking, ha ha ha, get fucked, you nerd, I've stolen your objective with some points.
Exactly. So Mask is going to go ahead and make Angeron -1 to win. Rolls.
Sounds good to me.
And I think that is what I got, so I'll go ahead and activate with my Daemonettes. And actually, hold on, let me do this. At the start of the phase, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are you OC2 on these guys?
No, only OC1 on Jackals.
So then I control this objective, which means this is my Shadow of Chaos, which means that they get +1 to their AP.
Sounds good to me.
Not that it actually matters, I think, because you're probably...
Oh, I think you definitely 100% kill me, because they don't actually get a save against you, because they're save 6.
Nice. I'm always a fan of save 6. All right. So they all have... How many attacks do these girls have? They've got 3 attacks each. Hit on 3s, but they get to re-roll hit rolls when you're on objectives. So that's going to be 30
pick them up if you'd like.
You have Fiona Pains. Might as well keep it.
Sounds good.
Okay, and then 3s. Okay, so that is going to be 5 dev wounds, and the rest of them... Oh, well, I guess you don't have save against any of them, so it's all on your Fiona Pain.
Sounds good. On a 6.
Right, so that gets squad. we'll just get rid of this little sticky thing here.
Oh my god. My ability to use TTS is not working. There we
That's
go.
all right. They'll all just kind of do like this. Get closer to set objectives. Make you bring those guys further backwards if you want to ever get your home field, which is what you need to score points with.
Makes a lot of sense.
All right. Then over here, I'll just go ahead and hit with my hounds. I have no idea what these nerds do either. It's 3 attacks each. Strength 5, AP 1, damage 1. So that's be 15 attacks. The Gorehound might have an extra attack. No, he does not. All right, 3s. Good. All right, 3 saves, AP 1, damage 1.
On 4s,
Take 3 damage. Just put yourself on 8 because you're going to heal 1 in your next turn anyway.
Sounds good to me.
And then you get to punch with Mr. Angry Ron.
Sounds good. I'm pretty sure I pay a CP here on Angon to +1 to wound.
Yep, so now you're winning me on 3s again.
Yep, and I will go 4 reroll to hit on my strike, so it'll be 8 attacks.
Yes,
Hitting
sir.
on 2 goes to 3s because I am bracketed. And that would be a sustained lethal. And then on 3s to wound you again. Boop. 3 at AP4, but on you involve it.
Yep. I do have a CP for a reroll, so let's try that. Is that all you got?
Yeah.
All right, so you actually can't
dice
kill me right now, which is very fascinating. I am going to spend a CP to reroll one of those, though. All right, there you go. Roll your damage. You really tried hard, though. So it is going to be 15 damage. You almost kills me.
Well, that is it is the name of the game.
Oh my god, dude. That's so bananas. Okay. Dope. Let's go ahead and punch you. I'm going to do my 14 attack sweep.
So you know what's going to be funny now is you're going to kill Angon, and my next Yahtzee will be triple 60.
I know, right? Alright. Those are only AP1, so I might not even kill you at all this turn, so.
On, please.
Alright, he's dead. Cool. Does he blow
Sick.
up? No, thank God.
Nah.
Jesus. Alright, he's actually probably just fine where he is. He doesn't need to move. Okay, so that is going to be my turn. Actually, still, it was honestly a great turn. You can punch with your rhino if you want.
Nah, I'm okay.
So if you guys are hanging out, just check out what I did. I just made a huge comeback in that turn because I took him on nothing. So Mark for Death, I'm going to get rid of for CP. Oh, no, I get your Jackals. So I get 5 points. Never mind. Oh, and my primary was going to be 1 and 2 and 3. So I got 5 on March for Death. I got 4 on Storm Hostile because I got your home field. So that was a huge swing in points that turn. And you don't get defend.
Yeah, and I don't get to discard it yet.
Exactly. So now he's not going to be able to get rid of that. So his points are really going to be screwed. So, I mean, this is also for you, Ian, to watch, right? It's like, how do I get points away from you even when it looks like you're going for the throat?
Yeah, it's really useful, to be fair.
Yeah. So in matchups where you know demons get to come back here, one of the very first things that we said at the beginning of this game was you have to keep your home field here, right?
Yeah, makes sense.
So I probably would have figured out, and this is a little retrospective, and so we can just kind of use this as a little bit of like game reflection. Getting a rhino back there probably would have been the correct decision.
Yeah, I think I agree with you. And that comes down to our topic earlier, right? Of dropping a rhino, taking spawn, and taxiing some stuff. Because my guys can still be up here with something to block them. Because I can just use spawn for the same job, kinda. And then have a rhino set in this objective, and a unit over here.
Exactly. You actually didn't need the rhino to do any of this. You could have done all this with just that unit of spawn.
Yeah, and the funny thing is I had that rhino move blocking, and I gave you a heroic, and then it died.
Yeah, exactly, right? So, so that's the thing. Little tiny mistakes can really hurt things, even when you roll really hot. So, like, that's the whole game. All right, so this is your turn. You're gonna score none on primary. Go ahead and draw your second card.
I will do my Yahtzee dice first.
Oh, Yahtzee dice. That's true. You are a sexy boy with Yahtzee dice.
Cool.
Oh, jeez. And you don't have an icon to reroll it.
Yeah, nothing is there. Nothing is there.
Oh, thank goodness.
Oh, can you imagine?
Oh, I can't imagine. It's happened to me before.
these go 9 and they make
Oh
that
yeah,
charge.
and you'll
that's
slaughter them.
fine.
You don't have to worry about
And
that.
again, these go 6 and they'll get into combat. So I definitely didn't need an advance and charge. So I think I just do lethal hits and sustain hits.
I think you do lethal hits and you do sustained. It's 100% agreed.
Lovely jubbly, and now I get to draw my cards, and then, well, draw my card,
Mm-hmm.
and it is behind enemy lines, so it is be in your deployment zone.
Which seems very challenging.
And I will do my battle shocks on just this lone guy.
Mm-hmm. That's going to be a fail, so you'll take D3 damage, which is going to be 2. Feeling no pains?
Lovely jubbly.
He takes 1.
Boop, sounds good to me. So in terms of what I need to do is I need to take this objective back, this objective, and this objective.
Mm-hmm.
So
you have to kill Roddy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Khan probably does it.
I agree, especially with your lethal and your sustained.
And I've got a CP, I can throw grenades at you as well, right?
Yeah, totally right.
6, so these will go.
So I will overwatch you when you do that.
100%. Actually, if you overwatch me, is that an insanely? I want to actually leave myself. I don't know.
No, you don't have to blood surge, right? You can choose not to, can't you?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah. So it's gonna be 8. All right, that will be 6 at AP2.
And then on 5s.
So it'll kill 2, and 1 guy takes wind.
And we'll kill this guy, and then put this guy down to 1.
Mm-hmm.
And then my Lord Invocatus will go 12 this way.
100%. This was the correct decision. You got it.
Nice. And then this guy is. But I think I could probably send him into Lottie.
Yeah.
I don't think he kills lings. So here and then here.
So I probably should have overwatched him instead, right? But it's fine.
Yeah.
I'm just pointing that out for people watching.
And then I ignore the urge to go and beat these poor puppies senseless.
You really, really want to, but yeah, you're correct. You have to go this way.
Yep, so then these will move 9. I don't think that gets me through the wall, but puts on the ace.
And honestly, it's also okay for you because I didn't want to give you Storm, so I pulled off the objective, right?
Exactly.
So it's not even that big a deal for you.
No, but it's more about now that I said it.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta do it. Lovely jubbly. So, shooting phase. All of my stuff here into Lotigus with the pistols.
Do you want to throw the grenades first?
I do want to throw grenades first.
All
Thank you very much, Johnny. You are an absolute gem.
Remember when you make your plan. So he's got 1 wound left.
Lovely jubbly. So we will do the eviscerators have got the bling pistols. So I'll just do that 2 plasma pistols first.
Mm-hmm.
And 1 hits.
No wound.
And does not wound. And then Khan's plasma pistol. It hits on 2s.
No wound.
Does not wound either. And then I owe you 2 hazardous for them. And 1 guy gets shots.
I'm just going to grab a drink, entertain everyone with your melodic British voice.
Sounds good. I'll just leave chat and interact. I don't know who's here. Oh, Adam Skinner. Hello, you beautiful people. Hi, how are you? What I can do is now Johnny's AFK. I can lock all his models on the table and he can't move them, right?
It's a hard life having a refrigerator literally right behind you. It's amazing.
Gotta be done.
Gotta be done, baby.
Lovely jubbly, and I don't know if Lord Invo has any ranged attacks to shoot your dogs with, but I can't because they're in engagement range anyway. So the Rhino will shoot your dogs with -.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I've never rolled as much shooting as I have now.
Dude, but it makes a big difference, right? I mean, your shooting
exactly.
is the only reason you're in this game right now. Had you not had that turn 1 positioning and everything, you would be ruined right now, right?
Oh, 100%. It's just mental to me that I've always written off. And then no AP, 1 damage.
All right, so 1 dice.
And then the Havoc is blast. I can't shoot it. So, charges. Lord Invo goes in, but it cannot fail it.
Mm-hmm.
I will roll the Exalted first, and then I'll do Khan's unit.
Mm-hmm.
Exalted
I think the Exalted is going to make it, yeah.
Yep. And then Khan's unit gets a nice big 8.
Mm-hmm.
Which also, I think, now takes the objective off of you. So I don't know if that changes.
You are half OC, so it doesn't take the objective off of me yet. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and I'm OC 5.
Ah, because you're half OC, makes sense. And then these guys will charge you with demons. They can't fail, but they can go 6. So we will just chuck them all in.
Yep.
And I don't think you have CP to interrupt me, so...
I have 0 CP, baby. We're playing an OS game. Let's do this thing.
Nice, and then we'll just start down here. 1, 2, 3, 4 Eviscerator attacks, which is 6 times 4, 24.
Freaking Will was telling you to get me banned in chat before I came back from beer. Will, I love you.
I wouldn't get you banned because then people wouldn't teach you how to play Warhammer. And if I had to learn everything I knew about Warhammer from Cooper, I think I'd quit. And
Oh my gosh, could you imagine?
Yeah, and then these are winning on 2s.
Yep. And I save
AP.
5s. Oh my gosh, I live. 1 survives.
And then the guy with his other chain.
Oh, never mind. They're all dead. I'm done. They can all go away.
Sounds good. And then I will do invo into the dogs.
You're just teasing me.
Indeed, I am. I've got to make myself wanted and valuable. I get invited back again, right?
Fair play.
And then I think it's going to be on 2s into your dogs.
I thought it was 4 on them, I think. And you're only straight 7 now?
6, 7. Yep.
Yeah.
So only 3s. AP2, 2 damage.
5 ups. 2 die.
Nice. And then his extra attacks on 3s. Boop. And then
2.
on 3s.
No damage.
Sounds good. And then I will do the Exalted 8 bounce. I think he's probably going to have the best chance of killing him to save me rolling a million dice. And then on 3s goes to on 4s for some thingy. That's a sustained lethal. And then boop.
So, 6 attacks. Oh, this is the champion?
Yeah,
yeah, right, fair. Fair play. Let me see how much 4s. No, he dies. Does he blow up? He does not.
Nice.
All
so
right.
in terms of what I've done for me is behind enemy lines I don't get, it becomes a CP. And defend stronghold, I think now I can safely keep it.
Yes. Yeah, I don't think it's remotely possible for me to take you off that.
Then I'll pass it over to yourself.
All right, so I'm going to get a 3 on my primary. Oh, these girls came over here.
Yeah, they're just hanging out.
I got to bring it down and a defend stronghold. Defend stronghold seems very challenging to get because likelihood you're just going to go with like an auto advance from 6 inches. So there's no way I can hold that. I guess technically there is a way I could hold that. I just put you right here and then I advance them to be like here. Then I could stop you from doing it. You'd have to come this way and then this way. No, you still get it. All right, fair play.
I would owe you a battle shock on these as well, but I think I can insane brave it. So.
You're not in my shadow right now, right? So.
Nope.
No, though you are in half. That's true. Let's see. Can the mask be a hero? I could ask her to be a hero, but she's just not gonna be a hero. What if she kills everyone but Karn? If you just take free movement and then auto advance him 6, you'll still get him there. Bring it down is impossible, basically. So I will have an entire turn to score something. So let's just go and put these dogs here. I'll probably keep them as far away as possible, actually.
Makes a lot of sense, right?
Oh, actually, I don't need to because I scored the end of my turn. What am I talking about? What do I care? 11, 17. That's their max move. Yeah, so we'll just make that an impossible charge.
Makes a lot of sense.
All right. And the mask probably just F's off because I understand you're going to take that from me now. Yeah, so I'll probably just put Nerdlings here, and I'll put Nerdlings here. Like this. And then the mask can come like right here. We'll advance the mask, actually.
Makes a lot of sense.
Unless I want to just kill this nerd. It's actually probably worth it just to kill that nerd, even if you charge and kill me. Because that will stop you from Oh no, because you can just draw assassinate. Oh no, you already just assassinate. Yeah, let's do that. I think we'll put the mask right here. And that should be good. Yeah. Kind of mess up your movements, even if I stand here. I can make you go around her within a whole inch of it. So if I make you go around her, you'll have to come this way. Oh, actually, doesn't get tricky enough, sadly. Well, alright, she'll just fucking hit someone or something. She'll be there. I'll decide what to do with her next. Alright, cool, that's that. And then that's gonna be more or less the end of my turn. I will ditch both, bring it down and defend. And I'll go by CP. And then I will go on into charge. Do I actually charge that? What do you think, Ian? Yeah, we'll charge it. I don't know the correct decision is. I'm just gonna charge that.
There's no way you don't charge it, because if you spike, you just kill him, right?
Yeah, she's going into card. Alright. Dope. She did it. Alright. And I'll make myself +1 to wound against you. You're -1 to wound against me. And I'll give myself +1 AP with a strap.
Sounds good.
Alright, so I have 6 stacks. And I'll hit you on 2s. Alright. And I believe my strength is 4, so I'll wound you on 3s. You. 2 saves. AP 2, damage 2.
On 5s.
I kill a guy who was on a wound. Alright, and then you can spell in and punch me.
Like this.
Yep.
And I'll just roll con first. That's not how many attacks he gets. It is 8. 2.
Reroll that one, nerd.
Oh yeah. God, you're so good at knowing my rules when I
right.
don't. And then -1 to wound, so
4s.
3s.
Oh, 3s. Yeah, you're right. It was 3s. Yeah, you're right. I don't care. I'm dead no matter what. It's fine. Yeah. Oh, she has a forfeit. Oh. No, she's dead because you would move like 3 more things. It's fine. That's fine. Cool.
Sounds good.
Yeah. All right. So charging is stupid, and that is gonna be my turn. Let's go and see what you click in your last turn. Go ahead and roll yourself some battle shocks. Just auto pass one of them, please.
Yeah. Auto pass con. It makes the most sense. And then I will roll for the champion.
We'll follow the dogs back too. Do like that.
Sounds good.
Sorry about that.
He passed. No longer -1 though.
Yep. You know my shadow.
I don't think anything else has.
I do pass that battle shock, so that was okay. And then I'll roll there too. Fallback. So one of them died on the fallback.
Sounds good to me.
Mhm.
And then for cards, defend stronghold I would get for 3 on my last turn.
Yep.
And I will get
no prisoners and Storm.
Storm is having to take this one.
Yep, you just gotta take any objective.
So I will again just use it for what you call it.
Yes, auto-advance.
And I'll just jump on one.
Yep.
Boop. So that is Storm done.
So for primary, you're gonna get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you get 13 in primary. By the way.
Sounds good to me.
Cool. Storm's gonna give you 4.
Yep.
And then you'll try to kill these Nurglings with this guy, just to get yourself a blip of.
Yeah, sounds good. So boop, boop like that, and then he will charge in for 2. He is in.
Oh, just pass your battle shock at him, by the way.
He did.
Okay, dope.
Yeah,
dope.
7.
And then go ahead and slaughter my Nurglings.
So 6 attacks
Force.
on.
All right.
Yeah, and then on.
Reroll.
Yep.
Dead. Dope. So that gets you 2 on no prisoners.
Lovely jubbly.
Good. And that is going to be the end of your game, right?
Indeed it is.
All right. I'll draw my 2 cards. I'll get a behind and an extend. Okay, so extend is impossible. Behind is easy. I'll auto pass and I will spend 1 of my CP. So I'll have 1 CP to auto pass and 1 CP to get rid of extend.
Sounds good.
And I'll get recover. So he will just recover there, and these dogs can recover right here, and that's going to get me 6 points, and he'll get me 3 for behind, and I'll score 5 on primary, or 3 on primary.
Sounds good. And then you said 3 and...
Should be 6, I believe.
Sounds good.
Because one of my guys is doing it behind.
Yeah, lovely stuff.
So that's the game, right? So what we end up here is we ended up at a 63-57 win for the Demons. And this is what's crazy about this game. It's not about spiking dice rolls. Of course, spiking dice rolls is awesome, and we love it. But it is about scoring points. So what you guys witnessed there, or actually, Ian, give us your thoughts first. I'd like to hear what you took away from this.
It's good. This game has showed me how a lot of the things that I would class as a small decision that doesn't matter and isn't important is actually kind of pivotal. It's made me realize that trading units for the sake of trading units in like turns 1 and 2 and even up to 3 is not usually a good idea. Also, just because something has notoriously bad shooting doesn't mean it has no shooting.
It's important.
Had I not shot this game, I would have just lost a turn earlier by more. And in a team setting as well, where this matchup probably would have been draw-ish, maybe green for me, I think.
Yep.
I don't really know pairings that well. I would have actually lost my team points. Luckily, this is a 10-10, so we still gain like equal to you.
No, actually, it's 11-9, right? Because I'm up by 6 points.
Oh, you are up by 6.
So it's 11-9.
Yep. Indeed, it is. Yeah, so again, it didn't perform to Matrix, and it would have been a much worse performance had I not done the smaller things correctly.
So one thing that everyone's watching, what I really need you guys to understand is that the game is about the decisions you make. I'm not saying that like a crazy dice roll can't decide a game. It totally can. It totally has, and it will again in the future. But even when you have good dice rolls or bad dice rolls or whatever it is, like, okay, my greater unclean one should not have died in that turn. Like, all right, I rolled like 6 out of the 24 Feel No Pains on 4-ups. But it doesn't matter, because when you make the correct decisions, you become fairly dice agnostic, because everything we want to do in this game is we want to force our opponents to not have any good decisions. For example, this squad, like when he was alive, I'm sure Ian was thinking, oh crap, I've got this entire squad alive. He's screwed. I'm just going to go sweep him and everything's gone. And then he goes, damn it, I have to take this squad back here. Is that basically what was going through your mind?
Yeah, pretty much. Like a book.
Yeah, right? Because sorry guys, I have the hiccups. Because what I did is I forced him to make that bad decision. He has to come here or he goes there. Either way, it's not a good decision, because I'm going to dramatically decrease all of his primary scoring if he comes back here, and I'm going to continue scoring if he comes back here, right? So it's like you put people in scenarios where they just can't make the good decision, and you're going to come out on top a lot of times. Yeah, okay, I was done at the end of the game, so I just charged the mask in. That was pretty silly. Probably should not have done it. Would have been alive here because she would have had to advance here. The 8-bound would have gone to kill them, which means I could have touched this. But of course, he would have just charged the mask with the Exalted and let the Nurgling survive, so the mask couldn't come and get me OC. But it's like, it doesn't matter. I should have put myself in a situation where I could have survived. But yeah, this was a good game, man. I think we did. I think we did it. I think you learned a lot about your positioning and your game plan here, right?
Oh, 100%. It's a lot of the things I've learned is that the units that are going to be move blocking me most of the time are kind of small and squishy. So that all of that shooting, those 16 attacks from rhinos a turn, which I've completely written off,
dude,
actually did so much for unmove blocking me and letting me get to a point where all my stuff can stack right. It snowballed the game like so unbelievably hard.
Yeah.
Because my rhinos were shooting, my things were doing it, and there's zero, like you said, there's 0 wounds to 1. Yeah, they spiked for me, but they would also never have spiked had I just suicided the unit.
Got it.
Think, oh my god, that's what it is.
You can't spike dice if you don't have the ability to spike the dice.
Yeah, and I've got to say as well, this is probably one of the slowest body to games I've played, in the sense that I always tell my opponent that what my army does is I will die in your deployment zone turn 1 and turn 2, and we either win the game or lose the game. It's actually not like that at all. This is the slowest I've played, and definitely the best it's played. Like, this is the game where the decisions have been the most important, and where those decisions as well have translated to, like, with a little bit now of like better knowledging, better positioning as well. In the mid game, I would have probably pulled us ahead to a small win, drawish, or not lost a Matrix, but it was so much better than it would have been had I done what I wanted to do.
Dude, World Eaters are a thinking man's army. They're not, like, the intent of World Eaters is that they're just, hey, you just run forward and charge, but they are a meticulous army. Because if you make a single mistake with them, you're just gonna get annihilated. Like, damn hiccups. Like, if you had put the guys on the circle in the beginning of the game, you would have just, this would have been 80-40, you know?
Oh, 100%.
And in a team setting as well, where I think World Eaters are quite a fragile pairing, that's so important to know.
Yeah.
Because had I given you now, let's say a 40, that's what, like, oh my god, that's hard math. Like 8 more points than you got from this game, you'd have gained.
Yeah,
Something
bro.
like that.
Yeah, I mean, that could have lost your
Which
team
is
the round, versus now you
massive.
played it correctly. And even though you end up losing in the end because they make some good maneuvers at the end, like, you kept the team in the game.
Oh, 100%. And this is something which I never really thought about as well, is the way you were stepping on and off objectives to prevent things is something that I never do. It's in my mind, I stand on a circle until I lose it through sheer attrition of numbers. Which is again, it's like a classic noob trait. Like in my mind, I stand on circles, I win the game. And actually, you denied me a lot of points by being off. That is like, again, that's probably, I don't know, like 2 points for the team that you didn't let me get by denying my primary and denying my secondaries so well.
Yeah, I mean, I knew I had to give you overwhelming on this unit in turn 1. I was just hoping you didn't score it. But had I not been there, you would have been free to scout. Where it would have been a disaster for me, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, cool. If he draws it, he's gonna get 3 points. But you're only gonna get 3 points because I'm only gonna put 1 on that. I'm not gonna put this squad on, right? So then I kind of mitigate the overwhelming force because the turn you're gonna get it, you only get it for 3, not for 5. And then the rest of the game, I'm thinking about what else can you score? Like, how do I deny the scoring? And if you think like that, man, if your opponent can't score points, he can't beat you.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. Is I have the same issue on Orcs where I'll message Josh and be like, Josh, I lose the game in the later round because it's linchpin or it's something else, and people score a lot of points late game. What am I doing wrong? And Josh tells me to just kill him. And obviously, just kill him great. But it's also the case of
Josh is in the chat giving bad advice there too. Don't worry.
Yeah, 100%. I'm here to blame Josh. I made to call out as many people as I can because my voice is on the stream now. That's all it's about. I've got to get my 15 seconds of fame.
That's awesome. All right, well, if you guys hope you enjoyed this. This is Chaos Demons versus World Eaters. So this is basically this is pretty much a coaching match. What we do is we try to talk through every decision. We ask why we're doing certain things. He's like, hey, where do I charge Angron? Does it go into the Keeper Shugets? Well, we try to figure out what the correct answer is. And as you see, it really helps you get a awareness of things. If you guys are looking for coaching, you can find me at my coffee. It should be in the link down below. If it's not, then I'll make sure I add it there. I offer 4 different coaching services. One is just access to the Discord. It's super cheap. You just become a YouTube member or a coffee member, and you get access there. We're talking like high-level strategy every single day. I think we had almost 800 messages today alone in the Discord. Most of the action is in the member section. There is a free section, but it's really kind of just there, to be honest with you. Most of the action is in the member section. Ian's is a huge participant there. Then we have individual coaching sessions where we go through like either list building or helping prep you for a tournament. Then we have the coaching membership, which is 1 call a week every single month. So we get 4 calls every month, and it's how we progress you as a player. And then we have coaching matches such as this. So if you guys are interested in that, you can find that there. Check out the rest of the videos. I appreciate all of your attention. You guys are all rock stars. I really hope that you learned a lot watching this game. Ian, I love having you on, and I appreciate you being willing to share your experience with everyone else. And
it's fantastic.
I guess
it's also a scam because now I get to watch it again and I get double the value for the same price.
Fair play, bro. I can't wait to choke you out when we go to Belgium. Because if you guys don't know, Ian and I are live streaming our jiu-jitsu match. It is happening in Belgium. It's gonna happen, and the weight class is exactly the same. Don't worry. There's only a 30-kilo difference between the two of us.
Yeah, only 30 kilos, 35 kilos. That's okay.
I am actually really pumped. I'm pretty sure we're just gonna hand the camera to Chatel, and then my wife is just gonna like slap herself in the head when she watches me getting the life choked out of me. It's gonna be great.
That's it. It's when everyone's gonna look on in disgust. And just shaking their head as we're like pushing tables in the game hall aside, and we're just diving out on the floor.
Dude, oh, actually, I think Adam's gonna be there. He said that he would be our Bruce Buffer, so we're gonna have we'll have an announcer. It'll be good.
Fantastic! I can't wait for it.
All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and close the stream. You guys are total rock stars. Appreciate all of you. Have an amazing freaking evening.